Welcome back. It's the Pro Grid. My name is Andre. How's it going? It is Sunday, April 5th. Smooth Fit. How's everyone doing? Real. It's the first time I'm in a brave new world. I've entered the stock market, with stock with an L. We're talking about Animal Crossing. They showed up and sold me some turnips. So if you got good turnip prices in the next 7 days, let me know. Put a lot of money in turnips. How's it going, everyone? Yo, Pink, what up? Yeah, good to see you too. Looking for something to watch too. Glad we can make it here on Sunday. Yeah, we want to do a bit more streaming pretty regularly. We've been doing it every 3 days, give or take. I guess last Saturday's big stream kind of goofed into that schedule, but good to be here. Also, Jessica, what's up? Going to take a nap because I have time later. Guess you do. Welcome. Glad you could join us. Also, Padraig, what's up? Straight up was just thinking how love to be Metro good today. We're going to be streaming here today. Couple hours at least. Goofing around. Probably building a new deck. That's probably not worth building, but we'll try. That's what matters. Also, DEFCON, yo, what up? Parallel. Also, how you doing? Also, Outlaw, maybe Influence, maybe Infinite, Sunday Netrunner Hype. It's Jeremy, my dude. Twitch lurking while working. Oh, fuck yeah. Hey. Oh, how's it going? Welcome onto the Twitch side. MB Gailey, thanks for streaming so much recently. Usually can't catch you live, but it's been fantastic to watch the VODs throughout the day. Glad it's been landing well with y'all. Hopefully y'all doing okay. Maybe probably staying indoors, I reckon. And it's good always to have some good content. And this is pretty easy, good content to make. I was watching yesterday, like, what was it, content of people on stage and stuff. I was like, you can't do that anymore. It's fucking weird. Luckily, just one person talking into a camera is like affordable. Tanuki, what's up? Perfect timing dinner stream. Enjoy your dinner. What do you got? Jank, what's up? Happy Sunday. Wanted to say that, but really, probably all of us really appreciate the extra streams you're doing now. It's a big help. Thanks for being such an awesome community member and in our personality. Jank, that's very kind. Thank you. Thank you so much. Glad this is going well for all y'all. Hopefully you're having a good enough time. It is Sunday. In my world, I'm living on the Animal Crossing island life. No, seriously, if you have good prices for turnips, I need to get rid of. I have $100,000 worth of turnips. I guess 100,000 bells. And it's I have some loans to pay off. I had some loans to pay off, and I was like, it's Sunday. That's the day that you spend all your money on vegetables that expire in a week. So here we are. Hopefully everyone's doing okay. Deck list of the week this week is the version of the con deck that Sanjay updated and won a tournament with. We technically played this on Thursday, and I don't know. I feel really bad because, like, props to playing an underrepresented ID. Props to Sanjay publishing cool deck lists and all this. But, like, this deck list just doesn't jive well with me because I don't think it does anything too exciting. I guess it's just, like, it's technically the best con list on Netrunner DB. You got Animal Crossing too? Fuck yeah. How's it going on there? You can call me Info, Outlaw, or just my normal name. Cool. I'll probably do Outlaw. I think that's easiest. But Jeremy works too, huh? Jason, what's up? Hope you're well. I am, thanks. How about yourself? Also, Andre May, how's it going? How's it out on there on the ranch? I have no idea what he's saying. Animal Crossing. You've clearly not seen the Spiffing Brit vid where he breaks the Animal Crossing economy. I haven't. How does he do it? Mache, how are you doing? Zareba. Hey, welcome. Forgot what Sunday I mid turnips. Yeah, Brett. I don't know what time zone you're in. But it ended at least here like an hour ago. You kind of goofed it, unfortunately. She wakes up in the morning at Daisy. How's it going? Yeah, it was my first experience with the stock market, and I was just like, I'm all in. So the way I see it, okay, if anybody invests in things, let me know. So the stock market, how it works is you buy turnips. That's the joke, stock market with an L, and you can buy them on Sunday. And then every day after the Sunday, you can sell them. You just can't sell them on Sundays. It's the Lord's Day. And then every day, twice a day, in the morning and in the evening, your store will quote a price. And average the prices, I bought our turnips at the lowest value that they can possibly come out at. We found at 90. So 90 bells for a turnip. We bought 100,000 bells worth of turnip. Really invested in this. And now the idea is you find somebody with absorbently higher prices and you just dump your turnips. Now, on average, the prices are around 70 to 100, so you're not making a lot of money unless you go really, really big bulk. But they can go up to like 300, 400, even up to 600. And what's really cool is online in the community, people will actually like post publicly like, hey, here's my island code. I have a turnip sale for 600. And then literally thousands of people will show up and elegantly queue in line to sell these turnips for this in-game currency. That's it actually is pretty useful in the game. And people will leave tips to the island donor, and it's actually pretty organized. It's not just absolute chaos, which is kind of cool. So anyways, the way is that I'm thinking, I bought a 90. So if I see a price that's like 180, I will take it immediately and just sell half my turnips. So no matter what, I will not make a loss. Then I'll keep my other 50 grand worth of turnips and then try and sell it as the best price I can find. I think if I see 300, I'm just going to dump. 350, 400, I'll dump. That's my way. If there's a better way to handle stocks, I don't know. I literally don't know. It's my first time ever dealing with this. What are you playing today? Any As? Oh, hey, Nanako. I think we're going to play some Val, but we're going to do something interesting with it. And we're going to actually go straight into deck building with a spider and a box. What's that mean? Just turned in, we're looking at a bird lady deck? Not exactly. This con deck is, it wasn't even, it didn't even have birds. It was just an Ace-Up Pawn Shop deck that was installing like Fairy Passport Tycoon just for cheap and then just selling it, which wasn't amazing. I'm good. I'm opening the museum on like my second day. All I had to do is catch all the cute animals. Yeah, you're gonna have to, the museum opens and then it's under construction for a couple days and then you need to catch a bunch more stuff, but it's pretty cool. Name has infinite meanings. Heyo. All right. So there's been a couple like weird niche deck ideas that I've wanted to do, and this is, I guess, one of them. I don't think it's going to be particularly good, but this was something that was showing up. Let me see if I can find the deck list itself. I think Eric George from Toronto was like somebody who was playing this. Does anybody remember? There's an NR Current that Swift Wanton Val. No, not even. That'd be cool though. That's actually a pretty good deck. There's a runner current that says your hand size is reduced by your bad publicity. Does anybody remember the name of it? Because I'd have to look it up. It'd be sweet if someone does. Friends something? Itinerant, thank you. All right, so Itinerant Protesters is a current. And it says that the corpse hand size is reduced by the amount of bad publicity there is. Yo, H-Bar, what's up? How you doing? That didn't work for some reason. Oh, yeah, we're just going to go to Chrome. What was I thinking? Machi, what's up? Fine. Yesterday I've started creating prototype for Android Netrunner and Unity with better UX. Hell yeah. Today I wrote on Nisei. It's alright to create a prototype. Hope I won't stop working on that. Oh, that's super cool. Hell yeah. Are you doing like netcode stuff or just like single player or like local, or what's the plans? What's up, Jim? Itinerant, thank you. Spiff breaks the econ with a spider on a box and spinning it makes more spiders. It's worth to watch even if you've never planned to do it. I'll check into that. There's a lot of people that like break the economy of that game by like time traveling. They'll set their clock ahead so it counts as another day so that their plants grow faster and then the stores restock with different stuff. I'm at the point where I'm watching people do that online and I get kind of frustrated because they have really nice stuff and I just don't have that sort of stuff because I'm not breaking the game. I think I've decided I'm not going to do that. I managed to make my friend's max hand size 0 with Itinerant Protesters once. That's the plan, Bjoxt. How's it going, by the way? I hope that's what we can get down to. And this is actually a card that saw some inclusions in like competitive decks. For instance, this is a bit older than I think I want to do. Yeah, credits at Hotmail. So King Ass World Retrospective and thank you. So the credits at Hotmail, that's Eric. He's a pretty great dude playing out of Toronto usually. But the idea was this was just like a standard Val good stuff list about the 2018. This was the year that the last year I was at Worlds. And it looked like all the Val lists, like nothing really spicy here. We had the Shadow Net, which actually was a card that was super common back in the day, but specifically because this deck was splashing 5 influence on diversion. And the idea of playing the diversions of funds for no extra clicks and no credits was like really cool. But the idea was that this was a pretty standard Valencia list, except it had an Archivist and it had 3 Mining Accident. And on top of it had a single copy of Itinerant Protesters. And this is what the deck was built around. And the idea was late in the game, it was not unlikely for the Corp to have 2 or 3 bad publicity. Because mind you, Valencia already starts with 1 bad publicity. And playing this current, which mind you, this deck also ran, this was the only current it ran. Some of them actually ran Hacktivist as well. The Corp would be on 2 hand size, which is a really big problem for them. It means that they can't keep combo pieces in the late game. It means that if they draw an agenda and you have turning wheel, a lot of times they just have to jam into the remote, which can be an issue. But this was like a cool one of include just to make the deck a bit more interesting. Now, there are some recursion cards and there are some other ways to give bad publicity that are a bit more aggressive. And by aggressive, I mean really slow and kind of not efficient. But I think we're going to try them. And I think we want to see if we can play a deck that can get the Corp down to 0 hand size. Interestingly enough, I have played decks that used to do that specifically, that would play, and I think that's the one guaranteed bad publicity card in the game, if I'm not forgetting anything, is investigative journalism. And this card is like slow. It's really, 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 really slow. And there's a lot of matchups where it's just not even playable. But if you can spend your whole turn giving the Corp bad publicity, it's still worth a lot of money in theory. Not a lot of decks want to spend the whole turn getting day job, but obviously credits are a bit better than bad publicity. Now, the reason why I'm interested in this is there's actually a fair bit of recursion. I don't think we're actually going to end up doing this, but the back came out a while ago, and this is one of the few cards that can like recur investigative journalism. But by recur, I mean just kind of shuffle it into your deck, which isn't really good. So I think we want to play some recursion, and I think if we just play District 99, we could get one or two of these back, and while that is still like slow as shit, it might still be good enough to keep getting this back over and over again, and hopefully bury the corp under bad publicity. There's actually like a really interesting thing is if we have 6 bad publicity, do we run for free most of the time? And is that good enough to win even if we don't play itinerant? This is what we're doing. It might be regrettable, but at least we'll see how it goes. On top of that, other bad publicity things, we have Mining Accident, we have the Archivist. I think that's all the cards that give bad publicity. Is there anything I'm missing? That are runner cards at least. Another thing we could consider doing is playing Rip Deal, especially if we're already playing Turning Wheel, which is pretty good with itinerant protesters. And then we can use this sometimes to get back our copies of Investigative, which might be better. Yeah, or Trope. Oh, Trope is true is a thing, but that's the problem with Trope is like the same way that the back is a thing. The Trope just shuffles cards back into your deck, and then you still need to draw them, you still need to play them, and it's really, really, really slow. And Valencia already has a 50 card deck, so like putting a card back into the 30 cards left in your deck and then still trying to draw it is like not as great. Hopefully District 99 is just good, and it's also just a flexible card, so we'll see. Current plan is to create a single player after it will be accepted and slightly work to have better UX. I will work on code. Oh, fuck yeah. Have you seen the Ibrahim lockdown format? Each ID is assigned points. Better means more expensive, along with a ban on HHN and Stargate. So I have heard a bit about that. If I'm not mistaken, this Khan list that Sanjay was playing in a tournament structure like that, and that's why they picked Khan, because it was a 0-point runner. And from what I heard, points actually... Maybe it's a similar subject or a similar structure, but the idea was in this tournament, you picked an ID and you had a certain allotment of points, and each ID had points based off of how perceived strong it was. So that's kind of cool. And I think Khan was a 0-point pick, so they just did that anyways. And then I think your points actually were your strength of schedule, so it really benefited you to not spend a lot of points. For what it's worth though, when someone says a ban on hard-hitting new and Stargate, that doesn't actually really excite me much. I don't think hard-hitting news is anywhere as problematic as it used to be, and I think it's actually really important for NBN to be an interesting faction, but I do see on the, or like a strong faction, but I do think it'd be cool not playing with the card just to see what else NBN has to do, because in most decks I would just kind of say hard-hitting news or C-Source, and that's probably good enough. Format sounds amazing. That's what Vesper's been streaming. Yeah, I think that is. Focus on first core set, starting with Shaper versus Wayland as demo. Yo, Mache, keep us updated on that. That's really cool. Yo, what up, Adam? Good to catch your stream again. A similar idea, but splashing Mining Accident, investigative journalism, and itinerant protester and Fisk. I think that's all that's possible. Yeah, you could also play that out of faction with Fisk, but I think the fact that Valencia starts with 1 bad pub just means it's like it's so much better to start with a bad publicity if our game plan is just bad publicity. D99 is good with Boomerang. Yeah, D99 is really good with Boomerang. And I think we definitely want to play some Boomerang. I think we also can just play Moshing, just as a way to get into our like degenerate combo a bit faster. But yeah, Boomerang with D99 is super, super cute. Same with the back, for what it's worth too. Yo, Rob, how's it going? I don't know if I said hi. Mando up to 3, installed onto 2, can't play Audacity. Oh, it's really cool. It does fuck with Audacity. There's 3 strikes. A message to make my friend's max sounds at 0. It has strike. So... why aren't we on just labor rates? We could be on labor rates. We don't have a restricted card yet, but labor rates is, yeah, it's probably good enough. You're right. D99 is good though. Buffer drive is probably the quickest way to recur it. You're right. Buffer drive is actually probably not that bad to recur it. It's just like hella expensive. It's the same cost as D99, but you could use D99 multiple times. That's a good point. I guess we'll see how bad D99 is, whether it's not filling up fast enough or not. The last thing I wanted to say is like, this is actually like a deck archetype that I did play to some sort of quality. It's probably on my other account, and I'll show you what the list looked like. But that list actually I think was pretty not competitive, but like pretty interesting and playable. But a lot of that was based off of some other cards that rotated. I think the biggest card that you need was what was the name of that investigator? Flint? Raymond Flint? Yeah, Journalism 101. That actually worked. So obviously this deck could get away with just running, mind you, at some point in time, Blackmail was a card, and also Deja Vu was a card, which made this really good. But this deck just ran Faust. It's not a surprise why this deck worked anymore. You ran Gang Sign, because Gang Sign, oh man, Gang Sign's probably our restricted card. Gang Sign's so good with itinerant protesters. I'm glad we looked this up. But the biggest thing is he had Raymond Flint, and Raymond Flint was great because whenever you took a bad publicity, you could access a card from HQ, which is really good because we had multiple HQ interfaces, which is also really good with gang sign. But on top of that, you could spend your whole time investigative journalism your whole turn, and then just get like 3 card access from HQ on a hand side that was already pretty hurt by itinerant protesters. This is actually a pretty mean deck that could interact if they needed to with like Wildside Faust, and you know that was like a really good thing. And we also had Fansight, so we could why did we play Fansight? Why did we play Fansight? Frame Job. Oh yeah, Frame Job. Frame Job was one of the few cards that gave bad publicity. This was the first card in the whole spin cycle, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously wasn't really playable in any format, but it was good in this deck because you just needed any ways that you could do it. I want to try Android Netrunner. What's up, Daddy? Dirac? But I've never played a card game, and I don't know anyone that plays card games. Do you think there'll be digital online versions of the game? Yeah, 100%. It's all we do really on this channel is we play on Shinteki.net. This is pretty user-friendly. It's not going to teach you the rules of the game unless you read them, watch a YouTube video, find them yourself. But if you make a new game in the lobby and you title it like, hey, new player, new to JNet, anything like that, very likely someone will join your lobby who has the time and patience or is interested in teaching you and walking you through the game. A lot of people still do that. You see a lot of new players doing that. Highly recommend it. So 100%. I mean, all this channel plays with rare exceptions online version of the game. Yeah, exactly. Almost all we play is this, and it's pretty great. There's a lot of people playing right now too because most people are indoors, so the numbers are good. You're very bound to find somebody. It's a bit expensive. A Maul would actually be cool. Cool console in this. You'd be hitting agendas nonstop. Oh yeah. Wait, with what? With Gangside? Bold move leaving JNet chat up on stream for that long. Wait, why? Is it that bad? Oh boy. JNet does require you to know how to play, even though it still gets pretty scripted. Yeah, it does most of the it won't teach you the rules. This thing doesn't have a tutorial, so you might want to find something. It's also worth noting, Dirac, is that you could always open somebody's. You can watch a game and then kind of see what the game plays like. If you have some idea how the game works, that might be a way to kind of learn something. Yeah, the best chance is trying to learn the game and start a lobby and saying new to the game, and then maybe play with core set decks only, stuff like that. It makes it very approachable. Cool. All right, let's build this stupid nonsense. Maul plus itinerant. Yeah, Maul's cool. Does somebody have the newbie Discord link? I'm afraid I don't, Kyle. How's it going, by the way? Hey, Bazo, what's up? Sunday, you got it. Thank you, of course. Also, if you have any questions about JNet, about playing the game, if you're watching this stream, please ask. Not only can I answer it, hopefully, but everybody else in chat can. You saw chat answered it. There is a delay, but chat answered before I did. And everyone's like that friendly and like that interested in other people playing this great game. So do not hesitate if you had any apprehension. All right, let's build a deck. I can't build any more decks on this account. So if I'm not mistaken, you get more deck slots by like getting karma or whatever the social currency is on this. We only benefit from encouraging new players. We definitely do. And most people are also just like so jazzed that other people are playing this great game because it's, you know, not the easiest to get into. It's not like download the MTG Arena or whatever. This is one. Okay, we got 2 people to have different Discord links. Yo, what's up, Colorado? This one? I just joined it myself. Okay, I'm hoping some of those are good. Yo, Billy, what's up? Or not Billy. Sunday's going good. It's going good so far. Enter the stock market. Gonna build a deck. It'll be fun. How are you doing? All right, let's get some bad pub out there. We want to start as Val, just because she starts with that publicity, which is a huge help. And now we're going to start putting in the cards that interact with bad publicity. Just to make sure we don't forget anything, I'm going to go to Advanced and Beans, and I'm going to type in bad publicity over here in the card text slot. And then I'm going to go to Side Runner and then give it a good old search. So most of these have probably rotated. I think the vast majority of them. So the Archivist, we want to play that. Well, most decks don't run 2. I think we will on the basis that it seems important. Tally has rotated. Raymond Flint rotated. Mining Accent. Yeah, we want that. Terran Protesters, yeah, we want that. I don't even know how many we want. We probably want the full 3. It is expensive. It is playable though. Investigative Journalism, yeah, we want all 3. That's kind of what our deck is doing. And that's all the bad publicity cards. Cool. Nice. Are we doing a Terran Protesters deck? Yeah, that's exactly it. It's already a great game, and now it's a great game being kept alive by pure fan love. Hell yeah. Would you consider Peddler and Clot? Tough combo, but stopping 2-1s from clearing your current would be good. Yeah, it's interesting. The thing is, like, what faction runs 2-1? Wayland? And I think against Wayland, we're already not favored anyways, because they can go pretty fast. I don't know if it's worth including. The thing is also against Fast Advance, like, our deck has natural... I don't know if synergy is the right term, but we're pretty okay against it if they have to hold on like a 2 to 3 card combo, let alone if they're holding on to like maybe we can trash a card with Blackmail or Imp or something. Sorry, with Maw or Imp or something if they're holding like a Biotic. But I think playing around 2-1s might not be worth it. I think the only 2-1 that's really played modernly is actually the only 2-1 that's played modernly gives us bad publicity. So like, fine, whatever. You can clear the current. We'll just figure out a way to play these again. Okay, so things we want. Probably Gamble, probably Ivan Worse. Probably, I don't know. Maybe we're not going to be interacting that much. Caddy Jones is kind of clumsy when it comes to investigative journalism because it takes a whole turn. So anything that can give us like value over time is pretty good. Like Daily Casts will give our turn value without having to spend clicks on it. Stuff like that's pretty nice. Yeah, so the console part is really interesting. And as Pink says right now in YouTube chat, Maw or Vigil, both of those are pretty cool. I just spat on the screen. I hope that didn't pick. So Vigil can just be free card draw for us, and free card draw is also really nice if we're spending our whole turn doing, investigative journalism. Getting some additional value is cool. 2 for 1 is great. I'm just gonna put 1 in as a consideration. It might not be the best we have. Turntable is really just a strong console. It still is. It's also still 2 for 1 MU. And while this isn't directly card draw, it's just a really strong effect. And if we're going to pressure them on HQ, they don't have a choice what's in HQ for accessing with Gang Sign. And a lot of times we can disrupt them pretty heavily. I think that's cool. There's always Rozeki. There is always fucking Rozeki. Oh yeah, Beth for the extra click is pretty good. Yeah, I'm not worried about 15 minutes, right? One of. Forget how much I love 50 card decks. Yeah, fucking just having extra card slots is kind of the best thing. So yeah, turntable's an option. What else we got? Spirit Sights, no. Patchwork is probably not necessary. Our card draw is not amazing. Obelisk is only during a run, so Gang Signs doesn't trigger off of it. Maw is absurdly expensive, but a very, very strong effect. And there's actually a reason why this deck might want to also run like Hacktivist, just so that it makes it harder to res assets or upgrades without trashing already the limited cards in hand. Maw gets kind of a similar idea, and it's actually a pretty strong card. If we get some more money in it, it could be cool. So we'll put 1 as a consideration as well. Keiko is just fine if we need money. And I think that's largely all the consoles in faction that we give a shit about. So we'll see. Singleton Beth in a 50 card deck feels bad. It does. I could see it. There's also a chance that we don't want to play Beth and maybe we could just play Temple of the Liberated, which is the same influence as Beth, so that seems a bit worse. That's interesting though. Levi Guilherme, he's 4 influence, but that effect, oh my god. Louis, I keep saying this name wrong, and someone came on stream and told us how to say it properly, and then I still don't fucking remember. Boo Rizeki. Yeah, I know. Louis is a strong effect, but yeah, 4 influence might be a bit tight. We might, like, there's a chance that this is just a redundant effect anyways, considering itinerant protesters. Like, maybe this effect isn't going to matter too heavily. But on that note, like, maybe Fisk Investment Seminar is exactly what we want when we do set up. When they do have 2 hand sides, we say draw 5, draw 5. Maybe that makes it closer for them for us to lose if we're not camping the remote, but that's actually worth considering. I think it's a pretty good bet to say that we're playing Gang Sign. I don't know if we can play all 3. Maybe we only play 2. And then we probably want to play HQ Interface. Okay. But now it's pretty tough because I imagine for a lot of these things, like, I don't know, our money's a bit tight. Val does have 90% of influence going anyway. Yeah. Defector. I don't know if you play Defector. Do you need to play Defector? I think it's not bad. But like a lot of times they don't want to draw. So if we're playing Fisk, they don't want to draw. It's a cute card though, for sure. And having information is good. Like if we had more influence, we'd probably play Falsified, just so we know what they jam into the remote. Okay. Liberated seems like a good card. We still want to put Breakers in here. And what like core Anarch stuff are we missing? We said that we play Recursion. Maybe even Recursion is not necessary. Maybe Recursion isn't just necessary. And we can't unfortunately play, if we're going on the Gang Sign build, we can't play, what's it called? Labor Rights, because it's a restricted card. We have to play D99 or Trope or something. We need Boomerangs. Yeah, if we're playing D99, we need Boomerangs. Boomerangs is probably fine in this deck regardless, though. But it's probably good in any deck. I mean, Singleton Beth is fine if she's just there. It's good stuff. It's a 5th click. It's super important when we want to do multiple. Yeah, Beth is not bad at all. Influence, my friends. Influence. Maybe we don't need these, but these are so good with gang sign. Maybe Ma is our HQ interface. No. I kind of like career fair because I imagine we need to play. I imagine we do need to play hotel. I don't think our money's good enough. We need card draw. Yeah, hotel should help us with that. I don't think we're going to be ending up playing the vigil. I think Ma is just so strong in a gang sign deck. Ma is also really good with Amakua, unfortunately. Ma is really good with Amakua, but we can't afford that. Peace. Peace is a bit interesting. Peace is actually kind of bad in our deck because we want Mining Accident to fire. We might be better off just playing Caddy. Somehow I missed we're on Gang Sign. Yeah, I think we're going to be on Gang Sign. It's really good with what we have. Let's just look quickly at the programs we want to play. We can't play Paperclip, so I guess we're just going to play 2 of Corroder, 2 Black Orchestra, MK Ultra. I want to do 2 of each because we don't have any like Palangi or any interesting tricks, so at least 2 of each is a good start. Here's where you would add David's, but we don't have it. Remote camp tools seem important than Gang Sign. If they can't score, you can actually steal them from HQ. Yeah, you're totally right. Like, we need to be able to contest the remote. We could also just like try and trash the remote. Like we could just try hippos and use hippos only for the remote, which would be pretty cool. CML, what's up? I like these weekend streams. Glad you could join us. Also, Martin, how you doing? Wow, Metro Gree in the evening. And now 4 in the morning. What's going on in Sweden here? Yo, good evening in Sweden. Yeah, fuck yeah. Afternoon streams here. Correction, Metropole Grid. How's it going? All right, how do we camp a remote? Surfer is a card. Stargate. The thing is, like, I don't think we need any more multi-axis. Like, maybe we don't need any R&D axis, and we can just, like, wait. It could be pretty boring at some instances. I don't know. Is it crazy to play a single Gravedigger and just be like, that'll get enough value? I think so. DDoS. Yeah, DDoS is pretty good. We have career fair. I don't mind DDoS at all. What are we missing? Are there any fundamentals we're missing? I think like a single caddy is probably good just because our economy isn't infinite. Let's see what it draws like. Bad pub is a remote camp tool in itself. It is, as long as we have our breakers. And the thing is, like, Anarch isn't particularly good at finding the breakers anymore. We're in post-inject world. All right, so this opening hand, is this good enough? Yeah, it's probably fine. We could draw once, cast Gang Sign. It's just like playing this Maw is really, really expensive. Gang Sign is what, 3 influence? You think it's worth dropping a Gang Sign for like a Beth or something better? Oh, Stim Hack. Yeah. Yeah, you probably play Stim Hack, huh? I don't like that. I'm suggesting that. Yeah. Yeah, Stim Hack seems okay. And like Street Peddler seems okay too. Like we have a lot of resources. We probably want Street Peddler just to be a bit faster. Getchbon to help Breaker Street Peddler? Yeah, I think that's probably worth doing. So like look at this opening hand. If they don't have money, I guess you like run HQ, hope they res Dirty Laundry Mining Accident, install Journalism. And the next turn we Journalism, and it's like turn 3 and they have 3 bad publicity, which seems pretty good. The only problem about us, but I think Gachapon might be better because the only issue we have with what's it called that we have with Peddlers that we really need our itinerants. Here we probably I've had worse up. Install another investigative Dirty Laundry, I guess. I don't know. And we're kind of off to the races. Wow, they could easily have 5-bit publicity. I mean, if the corp has max hand size 2 and you're also on HQ interface, you really do not need to find more than 1 gang sign. That's actually a good point. That's a pretty compelling point. If we're winning, we don't need all this. So what do we do here? Do we play a Beth? Seems okay. No D99. Yeah, I think, Chris, we're away from the D99. We just don't have enough ways to trigger it. And I'm not sure that we need to recur our journalisms. It's probably just a bit too slow. I think if there are 3 bad pub or 4 bad pub, like that difference isn't that considerable if we have gang signs HQ. So arguing for consistency of having 3 gang signs. Yeah, for consistency in a 50 card deck. If we play Gachapon though, we can find our gang signs because they are virtual. So you can tutor gang sign, which is pretty compelling. I guess we don't need this. It's nice, but we don't need it. We can also tutor for DDoS. I think gang sign makes a lot of sense in this deck. Is this worth having 2 of? How consistently does this fire? I get the gang sign is a good card, but why is it restricted specifically? Any particular bad combo? Yeah, it's just like non-interactive. And the thing is, like, if you play a gang sign, say you play 2 gang signs and you have 1 HQ interface, that means whenever they score an agenda, you access 2 cards and then you access another 2 cards. They could be the same 2 cards, but then Amakua fires a lot of times, Maw can fire. It's just very hard to deal with, and there's not so many good ways in this game to deal with, what's it called? To deal with agenda flood anymore without cards like Jackson Howard. There still are, but they're not that common. And a lot of decks could just install Gang Sign and play Fisk Investment Seminar and just cause you to flood and sit back and do nothing and still win. It's just like a really, it's also with Leela specifically, she's kind of brutal because she bounces cards and then you have to make HQ safe, R&D safe. It's just kind of really hard to deal with, but doesn't need to be restricted. I think there was issues before. There was another restricted card that was on top of Gang Sign that made sense as combination, but I don't know. It might be a holdover. I'm pretty fine restricting Gang Sign though, because it's incredibly interactive. There's really no counterplay to it. Like a card like this would probably, I don't know. It's weird because like runners probably need a bit of strength, but a card like this is really hard to interact with. I guess there's more virtual resource hate. Maybe this needs a clause like pad tap. I don't know, but a lot of people can just play that and win the game based off of just that and no intelligent play, and that never makes me too happy. Restricting Gang Sign is more just to curb overall power levels and break up a specific combo. If you have at least to give the core best SL money or whatever, that's true. Okay, I don't know if Beth is better than a Gang Sign. Let's see what this draw is like. So this is our first draw. Obviously we don't have money for Maw anytime soon. That's a problem. So we'd mulligan this. This we'd probably do like what? Credit, liberated, install, take. No, that's clumsy. I guess we do credit, liberated, draw, depending on our opponent. From here we could do I've had worse maybe. Yeah. Career fair caddy. Hit caddy, install journalism, next turn journalism. It's okay, but like how long does it take us to find a Gang Sign? A long time. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Beth. You good and all. Suppose the Escape Net now is still not compelling. Escape Net is, I think, surprisingly compelling. I think Escape Net's absurdly strong. It seems niche, but it's not entirely. All right, well, we're 2 cards over. I guess we can cut one of those, and then we can cut 1 card. Just don't know if our money's there, you know? Like, we're no Hoshiko. Yo, Xrn, what's up? All these extra streams are great. I heard you like Netrunner Limited. Would you be down to Cube Draft sometime? Yeah, I'd be definitely interested in trying some Cube Draft. It's been a while since we drafted. Drafting is really fun. Here, oh, this is good. We do Gamble, Cast, Archivist, Gang Sign probably. Then we can I've had worse out of that hole. Oh, that's really good. Draw again. Gang Sign Liberated. We have no bad pub generation besides Archivist. The Gachapon, if we popped it immediately, would hit a DDoS or an Orchestra. I imagine we probably would remove a Dirty Laundry and, I don't know, a Career Fair. We got to cut 1 card in this. I don't think this deck is amazing, but it's going to at least be interesting to see what it does. It's pretty, like, it's not too far diverging from standard Good Stuff Val decks, but at least it has some spice to it. Do we cut a card? That's a good hand. We do 1, 2, 3, 4. I would really like a Namaku in here. But it's card slots. Namaku is just so damn good with both bad publicity and with Gang Sign. I feel okay about that. That makes our deck also just more consistent. The HQ interface is nice, but by no means necessary, especially if their hand size is low. Yeah, I feel okay with that. Now we still have to cut 2 cards, though. Alright, let's say that all this is necessary. The third investigative journalism is definitely not necessary, but like it's kind of what our deck is doing. Double stim hack, let's just say we'll have enough bad publicity for that not to matter. Amaku's just so damn good in general. It is, and people are playing IP block, stuff like that we have to worry about, but it's really good with Gang Sign. Okay, let's try this. I wonder what it's like to play against the outfit where they have no cards in hand. Ooh, Dan's playing. Runner deck. Yo, Garrett, what's up? Hello, running corpses. How you doing? Fight night round 2. Man, I need to play more Jemison. Jemison's a lot of fun. If you have a corp deck, it'd be cool to see you and Dan face off. It would be. We play Dan fairly consistently on JNet just because he does play a lot. But maybe it's been a minute. Ooh, Sarswati. Okay, so our bad publicity doesn't matter too much against traps. Usually these decks are pretty slow. Let me just move my face so you can see the identity itself. Sometimes these decks are pretty slow, but some of the other ones just use this as like Polina-esque value to get their biovaults and stuff like that. Our opening hand has Mining Accident and HQ interface, 2 journalisms. I think we can do a lot better than this. We have the Maw in hand. That's really good against like Mushin decks and stuff like that. So Piox kind of knows what we're up to. Let's see how Swati Mnemonics deals with us. Sorry, Swati Heart, yeah. No Rebirth? Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Rebirth is a really good card. Why would we not play Rebirth in a Val deck? Yeah, we gotta address that. It's a really good call, Andre. It's been a while since I made Val. There's no reason not to. Bit tired, all this sitting at home. Hey, hopefully it's okay. So Swati Heart. I don't know if you can hear this mute. Okay, so they have 9. So it's gonna be a bit harder to get off the what's it called, the Mining Accident. We want to draw into Economy. That's good enough. We could probably just play these 2, but we can draw once more for a gamble or something. All right, so let's see if 2 bad publicity on turn 2 is good enough, as slow as it is. And this kind of forces them. So basically we don't have to use this next turn. We can just use this on any turn that are not forcing us to do anything. And we're still getting like the clickless value of daily casts, which is nice. It's a Calvin Bailey. Oh, they want to draw cards. And Sarswati, mind you, says click and a credit to install a card from HQ in a remote. They can't score a resit. So even if it's an NGO front, you can't get value. That's pretty good. You save a click doing it. And that's technically HB-esque value. Unfortunately, you can't res it though, so you can't get like immediate biovault or immediate NGO value. This card's not often played. They're icing a new remote. This isn't a new remote, right? This is not Mushin. It's just in a remote. Okay. So I feel like there's not much we have to do here. We could journalism. Obviously, we're not set up too well, but the cool thing about this card is that it's now open for us to trigger Maw. I think we can just fire this. 2 bad publicity. We trash this now for 1. Calvin Ballsy. Fuck off, Pat. How are you doing, bud? And Patrick is up on YouTube chat. How's your island, dude? Still haven't visited it. They're celebrity gifting. They're showing us, they're drawing 2 first with Calvin, so this is their whole turn as well. And they can show us 5 of the 6 cards in hand. They can't show all 6. And so they have a Calvin Bailey, a Cyberdex Virus Suite, a Fast Track, Macrophage, and Sandstone. So it looks like this is a virus-heavy deck. They've been showing us all virus cards, so I don't know if we want to install the Amakua. So Macrophage we can trace through pretty easily with bad publicity. Fast Track means they can do some cool tricks. No traps so far. Another Calvin, Virus Suite, and Sandstone. So the biggest thing here is we want to make sure that they don't score a Cyberdex Sandbox, which would be pretty bad for us. Yeah, we'll visit each other island sometime soon. Yeah, hopefully tonight. That'd be cool. All right, gang sign's good. We know we're not going to access too much. Accessing CVS is a bit of a bummer. We can draw again for a career fair. I think we'll just do gamble into Earthrides because they're not really contesting to score. Hopefully from this we draw Dirty Laundry or something, so we can laundry into Maw and then gang sign. So as soon as they score, it gets a bit interesting. We also need to know they have Sandstone, which easily could be this, which is a barrier, and we need to deal with that. And Fast Track for an agenda. That's a Cyberdex Sandbox, jamming into the remote. So we could DDoS run this. Has a pretty okay chance of getting through. And if it fails, we can just install the gang sign and hope for the best. We don't access to any other breakers, so I think we're going to try our luck here on server 2. We're going to use this. So the camera is the outermost, which is probably Sandstone. Inside might be a Macrophage. I don't know. And we have a lot of credits. 2 bad publicity. Oh, that's not a good res. That does nothing. That literally does nothing. Yeah, they need another ice for this to be good. Not a really good use of credits. And it looks like we're going to steal a sandbox. Could still be a trap. Nice, we got a sandbox. And that's huge, considering we know what the deck wants to do. From here, we can start pressuring a bit. I think we can just put down the gang sign and call it a day. And obviously, this is a huge part of the economy of their deck. Whenever we hit a CVS, they gain 4. If you're playing 50 cards, might as well play 52. Also, Reverse Infection might become Bonkers Econ. Wait, is that an Econ card? All right, so this could be another cyber, but it's unlikely. 114 card Valk incoming. Val's always been my fallback ID in Anarch. It's always been so hard to cut the last 2-3 cards in Anarch, so why not play 50? All right, it looks like it has to be a Bio Vault on top of something else. Apparently you can use Saraswati multiple times a turn. I didn't know that. Wow. Okay, so we just want to keep setting up. I think we definitely want to get down our Maw just so we can start disrupting their hand. More bad publicity would be good too. I guess we'll IFAD worse first. We can gamble into, we want to get the Maw down. From here, I don't know. If they score this, they won't have a lot of money, so next turn we can Dirty Laundry into Mining Accident. I just don't want to play, I'm really not that interested in playing the Amakua into a Cyberbox Sandbox. So I think we're just going to get a Maw trigger by running server 1 and not trashing it. What's the ability on this? Yeah, we'll run this. I will not trash it to get the Maw. Just rebirth in the max. It's 1-click Purge Gamble with 1 Cyberbox, better than IPO with 2. It gets really good. So then we Maw out a card. Pretty good. So if they score, they're actually going to get money back, so it's not correct. They might be a hard to mining accident, assuming that is a sandbox. They drew with Calvin Bailey, though. Ooh, so they might need to ice up the Bailey. And again, we probably have to just play the Amakua to get in. I'm just worried about what they're going to do. And we also could play the Itinerant next turn to lower their hand size. The thing is, like, if we lower their hand size and it goes to them, they could just score the agenda and not respect it. So, I don't know. Let's see what our Earthrise draws into. Ooh, remote. Now they don't have a lot of money, unless that is an NGO front, which now they can res it. I think we're going to Amakua run. I think we're going to try and build our Amakua up as much as the purges are probably going to happen. I think that's going to be happening no matter what. So trash 1, pretty good. This is only central servers. I think we can just take some money here. The Amakua, we could probably just get enough counters and charge this remote. Like, we know the Sandstone has 5 strength. This could be the Macrophage, which is now annoying with Amakua, but we only have to beat 2 of the traces. The trace to trash and the trace to end the run. And they don't have a lot of money unless that's an NGO front. Oh, you're right. They can buff the ID. You're right. This doesn't have to be an invincible card. This could be anything. This doesn't have to be a Bio Vault. It could be like an Ash. That's a good point. They overinstalled something. They put advancement on that. Do we check HQ? I think we run Archives. I think we run Bailey into Archives. Let's get some more value first. Okay. This could purge, which would be fine because they don't have a Cyberdox, so it's good to do it here. So far what got trashed? Ooh, a Cordon, a Neurostasis, an Anansi, and a Macrophage. So some interesting traps. Not a lot of cards we can specifically play around. From here, what do we throw out? We could throw down a Mining Accident. Yeah, fuck it. Let's see what they do. And here if they score next turn, then we hit them with Itinerant. So it looks like they gave us a bad pub. They now have 3 bad publicity, so their hand size is just 2. So this could be pretty good for us. And we still have 2 credits, which means, well, I don't know. We haven't seen a restricted card yet, so even keeping the IFAD worse could be good. So here's the purge they're going to get for value, right? Let's just hope it's not a sandbox. It's a fucking sandbox. God damn it. Card from hand. It's a sub boost. That's good with the Macrophage. We don't have paperclip, so that's actually hard to deal with. And just 1 card, and we get the purge and the 4 credit value. So now we can hit them with the Itinerant. Here we go. 2 advance has to be an advanceable card. 2 advance does. That has to be basically the end of the run. It has to be what's it called? Now their hand size is just 2, which is good fun. DDoS, run HQ would be good too. Gachapon could get to the DDoS. I think we just want to DDoS for another gang sign. And again, we don't have a lot of Fisks. We don't have any Fisks, but Fisks would be exactly what we need right now. It has to be Bio Vault. Yeah. Which is hard for that remote. But their money is not very good. The thing is, like, if the Macrophage fires, it's bad. And we know the Macrophage is probably either the innermost or the middle or the outermost, excuse me. Yeah, bad pub with Gachapon is really neat if we're running. The thing is, I don't think we can get enough value from it. Here, I'm just going to silence my phone. I don't know if you can hear that. Where is my phone? Oh, it's right here. Okay, so we're pretty bad. Command defense construct. We're actually like really bad. This is exactly where you want to Fisk, but we're pretty bad at charging this remote. And if we hit the macrophage to get a free purge, which is obviously pretty bad for us as well. We could. I think we're just gonna try and get Gachapon value to get the DDoS down. That's not great, but it's better than nothing. All right. Kuroda, Amakua, gang sign, career for Caddy Jones. So we can only solve the Kuroda or the gang sign. Kuroda seems really important because we know there's a barrier here and we know they have sub boost. Gang sign's also definitely good, but I'd rather try and win the game. Cards to shuffle back. Okay, so we'll shuffle back. Gang sign seems important. The journalism we don't need, and we'll shuffle back career fair and caddy, and then we'll trash the Amakua and investigative journalism because they're almost on game point after they score this. No action trash. Ma doing work. So in theory now money is all that matters. But sub boosting or stim hacking into a Biovault is pretty scary. And there's probably a CVS in there as well, so relying on the Amakua is a bit dodgy. Gacha really does fit the deck very well with the bad pump. It does, it really does. And Street Peddler would also be sweet because then we could get down a Maw for cheap. I'm just kind of worried about this, but unfortunately unclear. The fact that they have an agenda that gives them value is really good. Now when they score the second one, if it is the second one, which is kind of unlikely, they are going to gain 8 credits, which is incredible. I guess we'll draw once. We can always click this next turn. We have good money though. And we have bad publicity, like we just need breakers and we might be okay. Fuck. Please not the third one. Oh. Oh! What the hell? Card from hand. That's a thimble rig. Wait, why doesn't Maw fire? Wait, why doesn't Maw fire? Shouldn't Maw fire? Did Maw fire? No, it doesn't matter. Gangsta plus Maw's bugged. Raketas and Gangsta but Maw is bugged, I think. Yeah, the Gangsta Maw doesn't care. Yeah, exactly. Maw doesn't care if you run or not. It just cares about the axis. So they have to trash a card here. Oh, that sucks. Could. Alright, they discard. Let's hope it's random. Oh, they threw a 2. In theory, yeah, okay, whatever. In theory, they shouldn't have thrown out 2 there. I think we missed one earlier. Yeah, it looks like Lilin, what's up? It looks like it is a JNet bug for sure. So now accessing HQ is kind of bad. So hopefully we can lock them on top of their deck. We can do Hippo Run It. I think we'll do Liberated Hippo Run It and just hope it's not anything terrible. And running Archives is scary for a CVS, but I think there's a CVS in here. We have 3 bad pub. They don't have a lot of money. Like, we could lock them out. It is one of these. Okay, so we need to break the first one. We need to break the second one. We also could just trash this with Black Orchestra, which we install this for free. I guess, how much is it to break all of this? It's probably a lot. Like, actually, wait. Because we should have used the bad pub to trace through this thing. And we need to make sure at least the first one doesn't fire. I think we can just let the break the purge and then break the end of the run. So we gotta think. So to break all of this, we boost once, it's at 4. And they're gonna purge next turn for 4, right? Maybe? Depends what they draw. That's really interesting. Now anything they get, they jam the remote, and the remote's really hard for us. So if we run once, boost once it's 4, we boost again it's 6, we boost again 7, so we have to spend 12 just to break it. So I'm gonna undo this, and we'll just trace it. I don't think we can rely on Amaku anymore, so we can just let that trash fire. Yeah, it's definitely cheaper to trace. Let me go back and Simek next clip to trash with Hippo. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, we'll just trace this. I don't know if we actually beat the second subroutine. We definitely beat the first one and probably the fourth. If you heard if any brewers in your area are making the altogether IPA, it supports the service industry affected by pandemic response. Yo, Name, what's up? I've not heard of that at all. That's interesting. Pink is also saying Archivist would be nice right now. Yeah, it would be. So we're spending 1 because we don't want them to get it. I think we actually have to lose Amaku in this game. Do we lose Amakua? If they sub boost, oh, they can't sub boost. I think we lose Amakua. Yeah, it's fine. They have so much trace stuff that relying on Amakua seems silly, especially because there's a CVS in there. Territorially, you have to eat Konjin each time. That's fine though. So, no, Konjin you can't even break with Turtle. It doesn't have subroutines. So we're gonna have to eat Konjin every time anyways. We just have to hope they don't have money. Please don't hit a CVS here. Nisei, well, that's good. So now when we run back, we actually break this for only 1 credit. Is that better than anything else? Their hand size is huge, but like playing this is silly. They can just jam through remote. I think we need a lock R&D. We could win, right? They do have vulnerabilities. So with 3 bad publicity, like this is only what? We have to beat 4 to the trace 1. Imagine we rebirth into someone with Link, let alone had our boy, the Archivist. It would have been pretty good. Surprised you didn't trash Calvin first to get a Maw trigger. There's no cards in hand. How's it going, Brick? Sorry, SWAT. Yo, Michael, what's up? We're doing some journalism. How you doing? How's Nisei doing? Just the last one, right? Oh, I guess they could remove the Amakua, whatever. Trash Calvin to get cards in their hand? Oh. That's fascinating. I think that's a play that we could do. Oh no, because they're on game point. Yeah, actually that is interesting. But it's a maze, so they don't have to do it. I'd rather keep this open for free mods. But you're right. The thing is they're going to click to... Maybe we want to destroy that, actually. That's probably worth destroying. Oh, hedge fund's pretty good. Wait, what? Why did they get money? Wait, how did they get money? Wait, huh? Wait. What happened? Did the transfer gain your opponent credits? So they got a purge? How did they get a purge? Oh, I paid 3, not 4. I goofed that. Bad. You only paid 3. Yeah, what's going on? That's not good. All right. Yeah, we definitely don't let them purge. Yeah, I think trashing this might have been good. I think they just fired it. Yeah, so they just drew 3. So they drew hedge fund and 2 unknowns. And the cool thing is like Saraswati does give them that click compression they need to push into this remote. Yeah, right? They can't threaten a score here, which is good. And now we probably just want to keep hitting this. I don't know what we want to draw into. I guess we can draw 1. It's a 1 in 24 to hit the Archivist, which isn't particularly compelling. We definitely run HQ first. There's nothing they can res here, and they can't res NGO front because they Saraswati'd it. It's a celebrity gift. And we trashed the non-celebrity gift card. Oh no, we trashed the celebrity gift. I thought JNet used to tell you. They didn't Saraswati a card. Wait, what? Oh, they didn't. You're right. So it is an NGO, right? That's likely to be okay. I guess we can contest the remote right now. We could just stim hack it. I don't think we need to. If they use the Biovault on it, it's fine. And I think there's a CVS in there, which is, you know, awful. But at least if the CVS fires, we can go through this purge for free. Do we stim hack it? We might just stim hack it. Yeah, if they Biovault the stim hack, like, we're totally fine. 12 for the run. Can't they throw in a score with CVS? Yeah, they could. I guess they could. Well, they have to res CVS. Can really have used that sub boost on my macrophage right now. Yeah. Admittedly, though, if they did that, we would have just stim hacked and ate the sub boost. But yeah, in theory, yeah. Well, no, they can't. Yeah, they have to res the CVS. If we hit it, yeah. So let's see, this, they didn't use their Saraswati, so it seems like this is an NGO front. There's no reason not to do it otherwise. So they could res their barrier, they could res, I don't know what this is. We've seen a Nancy's too, but even if they get 5, they can't do enough here. So what, they're on 6, that's fine. They're not biovaulting us just yet. We want to clear this remote out so that if they do jam, we can run it. Because running the remote is, or not being able to run the remote is how we lose. If they just jam, like they're on 5 points. 4-3 is really good. Alright, gotta play second. I thought you had 12 bad pump for a second. That's the dream. And we're on 3, which is pretty good. It's pretty okay. This really doesn't matter. There's nothing that ends around here. We'll pay 0. I guess it kind of matters. We want them to spend money though, so 0 is good enough for us. Their money's limited. And this could be the hedge fund. I think we know this has to be the hedge fund. Oh, they paid 0 too, so nothing happens. So they're gonna get the CVS off, so at least then we can run through the macrophage and not care about the purge. We also can check archives and not worry about CVS. Yeah, it's a bio vault. That's fine. We'll just come back. So they hit one of our libs, liberated accounts. We're just gonna do this shit again. So this is probably the CVS. And imagine they didn't res the Konjin. Like they'd have so much money to threaten, like to score and stuff like that. Like obviously you don't want to res this when there's nothing else. So CVS, yeah, okay, cool. So they're gonna get 4. That's fine. It's unfortunate. We definitely do want to trash that. So now we could run archives or run R&D. We're just gonna run R&D. Got a single. We know this is a hedge fund, so we just want to lock them, and now we don't have to care about the purge. We'll still save our money so that we can pay 1 on the trace. The fact that they have money now too is awkward because now they can do trace 1 off the Konjin. Let all subs fire. So the only sub that really matters here is the last one. And we have 3 bad publicity. So this is first time a turn, which is something we learned on the stream a while ago. So as long as you purge once a turn, which we really couldn't avoid with the CVS, we can purge. They can purge all they want. IP block. Oh, cool. That's fine. It's not a particularly good job. We get through that for free, unless they boost, if we want to do the trace. So they have IP block and hedge fund in their hand. Calvin Bailey is kind of an issue right now. We might want to trash it first and then fire. I think we can maybe run HQ for free every turn. But yeah, even if we fire Microphage every turn and give them the credits, I don't know. It's probably still fine, right? Can they do anything with unlimited money? I don't know. IPO, okay, so now they do have legitimate money. We died to Anansi, so I guess we'll draw it once. Here we can run HQ. In theory, we actually should just run Bailey. Hold on. Sorry. We'll run Bailey first. We could also consider trashing Bailey, which might be right. I think it is right. That's free. And then they draw, and then, oh yeah, Moth doesn't fire. I forgot about that. So let's see how this goes. That's fine. We break this for what? 1? Fantastic. Do we remove Hippo to trash this? No, this one's really not hard to deal with. Missed the new trigger again. Maw trigger? Did we miss it? Well, no, Maw means you have to not trash it. So that one should have fired. That's fine, right? How's it going, Russell? It's been a bit. How you doing? It's a hedge fund. We trashed the hedge fund, which is unfortunate. So we only know an IP block in hand, which might actually be here. If we run last click, we could get a tag, which is not amazing for us. We also could just run again with Dirty Laundry. Yeah, I think that seems fine. I guess we died to snare. We'll take our chances. We're on game point. Three bad pub goes pretty far. It's a sandstone. Okay, so we know 2 cards in their hand. We know IP block, sandstone, and the unknown. And we have 8 with 3 bad pub. Might be enough. We just can't deal with sentries right now. And we've seen one Amakua, or sorry, one Anansi. Running archives is really shitty because that gives them 4 credits. So we're not going to do that until we lose the game and or until we've purged. On the IP lock off R&D. We already ran Bailey that turn, so I don't think we missed the Maw. I think we did Bailey, then R&D, or Bailey remote R&D. I think Maw was okay on that one. They're installing ice first, and then you're going to see they'll draw second click. We just need to find ourselves a vulnerability audit. This is the first time I think I've seen this C play on a table, which is fascinating. Let's not die to Nancy. If they resident Nancy, can we deal with it? No. Let's see how this goes for us. This could be the IP block. It is. So we can either break it for 3 or trace it for 3. Oh, it's 4. Yeah, we have another one. We're actually going to jack out here. I'm going to jack out. So we can run again with the bad publicity. I wonder if they should spend money on the trace. They probably should. This card's really hard to deal with. No thanks. Unfortunately, our gang signs are pretty dead. Like, they score an agenda, we lose the game. So they did go pretty fast. Streaming when Europeans always makes you super happy. Hell yeah, it makes me really happy. None of this matters. We're not gonna bother with this. Like, unfortunately, that's the reality of it on weekdays, but on weekends, ooh, it's a lot better. Drawing into our next stim hack would be good. It would help us with the remote. We just gotta lock them. And so now what we know their hand is, I don't think we know anything their hand. This is probably the other sandstone. Trace one, thank you. Getting another bad publicity would be good here. And this could easily fire Maw if we haven't fired it. It's a neurostasis. I guess we trashed that. That's annoying. But there's a chance we have to win in archives too. We'll run R&D, hit a CVS, then run archives and win. That's the plan, right? It's 5 face downs. We haven't seen any sort of recursion just yet. And it looks like they might just be a faster enough deck with like Bailey that they don't have enough recursion. They hope to win before recursion matters. And that's the cool thing about publicity is if they're trace based, we can get through most of their stuff pretty elegantly. So we don't know what they have. That could be the sandstone. If they resonate Nancy, it's like totally fine. We'll tank the damage. And we could fuck with their hand size, which isn't too meaningful. Because then they just jam anything they have. Let's draw into some answer. Oh, that doesn't matter. That's probably not worth it. Oh. 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 So, thinking. This is the sort of thing you want a hippo, huh? I guess we're gonna lose a hippo. So we install for 3, we're at 9. We can do 3-6, which will put us up. If we start losing money, we'll be down. It's bad anyways. Current in hand. Yeah. This is probably okay for us. I guess next turn they purge. So do we install the orchestra and we can break 3-6? And then take 2 and 1? It's pretty bad. Yeah, that does hurt. Do you play the current? It's if they were on 5 cards, yeah. If they're on 3, no. And they just jam whatever they score. Stall anyway since you lose 6. But we could lose this money. Like, we could lose the bad pub. So installing is losing 3 credits. We can't break all of it. We can break some of it. Oh, we can break none of it. Yeah. Hold on. So 7, that's with the 3. So if we installed, we'd be on 4. We would lose 2, 2, 2. We'd be on 0. If we don't, we'd be on 1. Yeah, being a 1 and 0 is not big of a difference. So we can't break any of it. All right, let's keep the hippo. They all fired? Oh, that wasn't so bad. Okay, well, their money's bad. I think we're gonna click for credits. 3 bad pub though, still in it. You're not 4 plus 3, not, yeah, it's 4 plus 3, not 7 plus 3. Yeah, I see. All right, so we still have a hippo. We can in theory get a hippo stim hack. To break all this, it's really expensive. The numbers just don't line up pretty well. So you need a boost, boost, boost. And they just purged for 4, which, you know, sounds pretty good. We can now start fucking with their hand size, but I don't think it matters that much. Kept hippo, yeah, that's a good one. The problem is, like, unless we draw a career fair in our deck, which we still have 2 and 20. Let's draw once for career fair or dirty. No. Oh, it's good we got one of those, I guess. We'll just click for credits because I still think we have enough stuff to contest the remote. Right? Like, I think the remote is just macrophage into sandstone to Konjin, and Konjin can be difficult. But their money's bad too. They probably need to spend a couple turns purging, which means we can spend a couple turns doing this. Okay, well, that's obviously bad for us. It is worth knowing that was a Saraswati trigger, and they clicked for credit, so it looks like that is the winning agenda. So we can do credit, install this, take 4, run, which means we'd have less money than we do now. We can always run this and let the purge fire, then run archives. Again, the fact that we don't have rebirth in our deck is nonsense, because we could be rebirthing into Kim for Link, let alone rebirthing into Omar to get accesses onto R&D, or our HQ interface accesses onto like a fucked up HQ. Like, we are definitely goofing that. I don't think they have, what's it called? They definitely don't have, order control, so I think we can just like credit twice, run this. Maybe even credit 3 times. Then all we want to make sure is that they don't have 3 credits to score. If a purge happens here, we could also consider running archives to see how bad this is. But we're going to run with 10 credits, which is not bad. It's probably enough. And we have most of our breakers on the table. We just can't deal with sentries. So if they res an Anansi, at least they can't score. We're really lucky we got the first cyber sandbox. Imagine they were purging to gain 8. Like, oh my god. Yo, John, what's up? I'm doing well, thanks. How are you doing? How's Sunday? We're trying to do some journalism. Okay, it's a good start. All right. So we used 1 real credit. This could suck because it could just fire the sandstone subroutine. All right, so this we don't have any tech against. We just have to win the side game if we want to get through. If we get through, could be game point. Also, just could be another 4-2, so it's not necessarily the game point. This matters. There's no amount that they could spend and not be able to score out. So even if we spend 2, they can score out. Got my wife to play some A&R yesterday. Oh shit, how'd it go? Yeah, 2 made more sense. So they can fire a subroutine from somewhere else. Imagine end the run's a good one. DNA tracker, what the fuck? She wants to run. I finally got her to play P and she killed me with a snare. Feels good. Oh wait, you encounter the ice? Oh, I thought it was just a subroutine. Oh, you encounter the ice. Okay. Well that fires. It's the whole tracker. Okay, at least we're not dead. I guess we died to snare here. Oh, they can't fire snare. I guess we died to Junebug. Well, that's clearly not an agenda if they don't do this. So what is this, neurostasis? It's an NGO front. Fantastic. Well, they're going to have money next turn, so I think we can run archives. We also got a Maw trigger, which is pretty hot. From here, what can we do? Click for a credit? They haven't won yet. They haven't won yet. I guess we'll click for a credit. Again, there's 6 cards in archives. We could just run. It doesn't stop you, no, it doesn't. But if they had an agenda, they probably would have jammed it. And the using Saraswati on NGO is pretty good. $11 cards in deck. Archives? Yeah, Archives seems right. HQ also seems okay too, and I'm pretty sure they can't res HQ. I think we run HQ first to get a Maw trigger, then we just run Archives. I guess we do in theory die to DNA tracker or Anansi, but I think we have to take our chances here. They advanced it once, so they did get the full 8 from NGO. It's the same as clicking for 2 at that point, once it's already on the table. Because you pay 1 to get an extra 3. I don't know why they haven't iced up archives. I hate to say that, and then they do. All right. They used to Shawari. IPO, okay. So they have few cards in hand, which means if we run here and don't take any damage, so it basically can't be announced, we can't be IP block, can't be Cortex Lock. Cortex Lock kills us by UA. We've not been playing around Cortex Lock. If it's none of those cards, we can win. We can run Archives first, which is probably fine. We're just basically hoping that this isn't a trace ice, and they can res this ice no matter what. Like, even if they need 4 credits, so there's almost no ice that they couldn't res here and score the agenda unless this is the Chiashi. So I think we can just start with running Archives. Oh, in theory, we should have 4 cards in hand because we're fucking up for Obakata, so this is a fuck up. Oh, but it's been in there the whole game. Ooh, it's been in there a while. Yo, Robbie, what's up? All right, how long has it been in there? What's the scenario? The scenario is that we didn't want to run archives for the last while because they would gain 4 credits on the purge and they had no money. But normally if there's 6 cards in archives, you just gotta check it. Ooh, the Maw on the NGO. Apparently the Maw on the NGO, they were so fucking cocky that they had to fire the DNA tracker just to do damage for us, so that we accessed the NGO and didn't or couldn't trash it. So then the Maw fired, so they lost the winning agenda. You had to fire DNA. If they didn't fire the DNA tracker, it would have ended the run and they would have kept their NGO, which they did, and they wouldn't have lost the winning agenda. That's amazing. It was a 1 in 5, so like unlikely, but Maw doing work here. It's obviously crazy that we don't have a rebirth. It's absolutely crazy. What's our deck? Does it have a gimmick? Yeah, we're stacking bad publicity and playing itinerant. We got to 3 bad publicity, but they were already on game point at that point, which is pretty aggressive. So that we couldn't keep stacking, but we had the ability to keep itinerant on the table. We drew all 3 of them. We just need to get a rebirth in here for sure. Couldn't you break the ETR if they fired something else? Rynder, what's up? Yeah, we probably could have. We had 6 credits. You're right, we could have. But then we might have probably trashed the NGO front. Like even if they hit the macrophage, we probably had to trace into it and then trace the end to run, and then maybe like they want us to get through and trash the NGO front. Like they probably just hit the macrophage. Those Cyberdocs, yeah, they actually were fast tracking for it, and that's good. In theory, this could be a DRM if they did have enough influence, but like you see, this deck works on like fucking macrophage. It's doing pretty well modernly. Again, if we had Link or if we had like if we just drew our single copy of Archivist, we would have saved maybe 6 or 7 credits this whole game. It's a huge econ card. But yeah, econ. Cybercrimes journalist investigates shady antivirus company. Chomp. Yeah, all right. Let's just change it. I think we have to take out a career fair. I don't think we have any choices. HQ interface is like still pretty good as a 1-of, so I guess it's one of these, and we just play a rebirth, which is just very good. Not only could we get someone with Link, but we can just become any relevant identity. Like Hoshiko, just good. Edward Kim is actually pretty relevant. It makes some of your Maws not fire because you do access and trash cards, but it's good. I think probably the best one is Omar on the basis that Omar lets us get into that HQ, which is already pretty hammered. Yo, Peter, dobry dan, kako ste? Or dobry cheer, I guess. Rebirth Omar surely, Maria? Yeah, I think so. I think that's pretty likely. Oh, hey, Nanako. Nanako's out there with her cardboard scratchers. How's everyone doing? Alice could be sweet Rebirth as well. Yeah, that's interesting, actually. Alice is not bad. There's like a lot of pretty relevant choices when it comes to hand destruction. And like if we really swung into this deck too, we could like play, instead of Hippo, we could be like, oh, we're playing, what's it called? Immolation Script, which is really fun when you have like that sort of Wanton-esque destruction. Like there's some really other cool cards you could put into it, but like just having enough economy and breakers is hard. Love that. I love the isolation stubble. Thank you. It's been 2 weeks, haven't shaven. I'm just worried more about this neck, because generally neck beard isn't something that's like smiled upon, but it's been going okay. I miss Demo Run. I've never played Demo Run, I don't think. You aren't playing a journalist anymore? We're doing journalism? Oh, this is a bad matchup. This is a bad matchup because they go very, very fast. And we probably can't spend a whole turn just giving bad pub. Hey. So what's good in this matchup? Oh, cheers. It's very kind. What is good in this matchup? Maw is really good as long as we have the economy down. Rebirthing is really good. Amakua is really good. It might be the only breaker we need for the whole matchup. The bad publicity is pretty slow. I honestly don't know what barriers they're playing besides probably border control. Basically, there's very few cards in our deck that matter. Gang sign is actually pretty relevant. And I don't know what the distribution is on the Archivist. Does anybody know initiative or security? Is Atlas, Hostile, or any of those initiative or security? Neckbeards are bad, but if you get a big old ZZ top beard, it's fine. Yeah, exactly. Like this will cover it at some point, right? Yeah, it's gonna be hard. Rob's saying no. Feels bad. I miss Singularity. I think that's another one we never even played. All right, well, we're just gonna get our money down. I think we can just show them the gang sign. There's a small chance they score out from here. By any means, Marathon Clan Vengeance. Atlas is research? Wait, Pink is saying Atlas is research. Oh, well, this is weird. That's a shipment from Tenon. Oh, and they scored it on our turn. Okay. That's not a usual include. Usually people will just play one influence more. So I guess we're going to just run every turn. This is research. Oh, it's research. Okay. Turn players play sandstones as well as a barrier. I don't know if that's like tournament common, but this list, I've never seen shipment in one of these decks. So who knows? I think we're going to just try and get Maw up and run. Getting Maw down would have been really good. Would have hit. And we just need to make a successful run. So if this bounces, we'll either run R&D or archives based off what they don't res. It's a vanilla. Okay. I'm just going to jack out to save time. Or let all subs fire. I guess I can't do that anymore. Yeah, they've got to score it. Yeah, you can't score on the runner's turn. They just forgot. I'm going to make a successful run because I'm scared. It's unlikely for that to matter. Maw doesn't fire off of archives. And we don't know if this is a hard-hitting news deck too, which is pretty hard. Apparently Hostile's an expansion. Damn it. So if they punitive, that's not kosher. Yeah, that's true. Let's say get rather than punitives, I guess. Atlas token also very scary. This is bad. Ugh. Ooh. We got a bad pub though. Card from hand, Atlas. Oh, damn, we're good. Wait, more Maw fetched a random card? Why? Maw is not working properly. Seems like cheap barriers, a lot of audacities. Yeah, it seems like it. But Maw shouldn't have fired. We still have an agenda. They have 11 credits. We have 2 bad pub. We just want to get breakers on the table. Gachapon can kind of ensure that. So they got to take a card back. Let's gacha. We can do it mid-run. It's a small chance we hit a corroder, but here we have 2 bad publicity, so we're more likely to want to use the gachapon mid-run just to get a bit more value. If we get a corroder off, we're in a good spot. It's one of those. Okay, so we're gonna use the gachapon. We get a corroder. That's sweet. We're gonna run for free. So what do we not need? Shuffle 3 cards back into our deck. So Gamble's good. I've Had Worse is probably good. The next gachapon's probably good, and I think Cast and Liberator are probably a bit too slow. We might just want to be able to run off of our bad publicity. Okay. So all those subs are going to fire. We're going to run HQ, trash whatever this card was, and they're now on 1 card in hand. They do have the combo though from Atlas, and we have Maw on the table. We're actually not in a bad spot anymore. Maw's an Axis? Yeah, Maw's only Axis. It doesn't care about anything else. Die to Snare, whatever. Full break, for free, successful run. Gonna hit a card, it's a hedge fund, it's dead to Maw. And now we can draw up. We basically just need to find Croter, yeah. We just need to find our Black Orchestra, or in theory, Amakua might work. But now they're in a scary spot. They need to find another piece of ice for HQ. Whew. The only like the 5/3s like GFI and SSL are hittable. They're probably on GFI. That's usually the restricted card in this list. And they have 17 influence anyways, so like GFI influence isn't that big of a video. I can't believe they risked the hostile with an Atlas in hand. That's buck wild. Alright, that's probably an Afshar, right? That's good. We can get them down to hand size, but again, they just don't have cards in hand. We'll run HQ for the hit here. It forces them to spend money so they can't biotic if they're on it. And if this doesn't run, we just run Archives. Oh, it's a Saber. Wow. That's great. At least we have another Croter in hand. But like, we need to find now our one of MK Ultra. We're gonna jack out. And I guess we're gonna run Archives. I'm just so scared of this. Of the what's it called? Of the shipment from Tendon. Yeah, that's Sapper. It trashes the program. SM, what's up? Awesome. First time caught you live. Hey, from London, UK. Martin, how's it going? Welcome. Glad you can make it. Glad we're streaming at times. That makes sense for Europe. Might be on STS. Seems unlikely. It might be possible, but like if they're playing these sort of cards, like they want to go fast. And STS is really hard to fast advance. Sepper's a cheeky card I love to include. Yeah, people don't respect it. The thing is like, against, they're Atlasing. They Atlas for Atlas, so that's the final Atlas. So at this point, they need to combo out with one of the other combos. We're only going to access with 1 credit. Audacity. Throwing their whole fucking hand out. Wait, what happened? Huh? Audacity fired twice. So our gang side doesn't do anything. Nice. If I see Saber in draft, it's 100% pick. No thought necessary. I think that's fair. Okay, so basically, we need to find a Black Orchestra or a Turtle. We'll just run this for a single. I see what they throw out, I guess. They threw out Boom, uh-oh. And I guess we'll career fair down a Casts. This might not be necessary. We might just want to go faster, but we're going to have to install a Black Orchestra when we draw it. I guess we could throw it out and install for Bad Pub. Oh, we have Liberated. I forgot about that. London is Europe, JK. Oh my god. Good luck, have fun, gotta go. We'll watch the rest of the stream tomorrow. Hey Garrett, thanks for dropping by. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. See you in the VOD. Alright. Now it's really scary for them. Again, they're on game point and they have an Atlas token. So we just basically need to make accesses every turn to ensure that we are mawing their combo pieces. If we just maw 1 combo piece, we're in a pretty good spot. The itinerant is just not doing enough because they're a very, very, very fast deck. So basically all we need to do is draw into our second Gachapon. We only have 2, or into our Black Orchestra. And if we ever don't make a successful run, the cool thing is all the Atlases are out. So they could either score 2 hostiles to win, or they need a couple cards, generally if they want to score out a 5/3, or the 4/2 if they're playing like City Works, or not City Works, whatever it's called, New Construction. It's a bit more dodgy. We don't have it here, so we're just gonna make sure that they can't. In theory, shipment, it's kind of difficult, but like obviously we'd love to be able to fire off our maw this turn, and we're not, which sucks. We definitely don't want that. Actually, Archivist was worse than mining. Yeah, I don't think Link matters. Maybe they're on IP block. Your opponent isn't getting up to hand size much, so turn doesn't seem like the best. It's getting good now, but it's more important that we find a breaker, let alone the fact that they're doing that scares me. At least if they res it, it's not particularly good. Unless it's a vanilla, which is likely. Hitman 2 servers just died. Oh no! Really? Okay, if they did that, it means that they have something in hand. So I think we're gonna draw once, install Corrado Run. Yo, that's garbage. I think Hitman 2 is now in the Humble bundle, and Hitman 2 is one of my favorite games. The fact that the server's down are a bummer. That game is so good. Now we have to watch out for, if we hit the second sapper, if we have another sapper somewhere, we're gonna lose the game. I guess no, we have Amakua, Vanilla's fine. And we did make a successful run, so we're gonna keep him off the shipments. So that actually might have been a fine turn to Itinerant. It's a joke for sure, waiting to wake up from the dream. Sorry to hear. Oh, meow, meow. Oh, my friend. Aniko doesn't realize we're streaming and just wants cuddles. Oh, pushing for the remote. That's fucking scary. It's an Oaktown. Okay, so we have 2 DDoSes and 2 Black Orchestras and 33 cards, or we lose. Okay. Okay. How good are we at drawing cards? 1. Fuck. 2. Yes! We are so good at drawing cards. Oh, it's an archer. At least we don't lose. Oh, it's an archer. The DDoS might have been a bit better. At least this Black Orchestra goes in the bin. But we're gonna just go ahead and let all the subs fire. So that's an archer. That's wild. At least they're not gonna be on game point. They can still advance this, let alone they do get the credits from this, but it's gonna wipe our whole board. So we need to find our Amakua. We do have a way to get into R&D now. Oh, did not expect that. Hitman is so good. I love it so much. Doing some Silent Assassin suit runs only I haven't done for a long time. That shit's so fun. Problem now is that they went off hostile, so like we basically need to. Oh, we have accesses. We are not on game point yet, but we're getting there. So slam R&D. Yeah. I was about to call it in before guard. Yeah, guard's not unlikely. Now we lose, right? Because they're just gonna Atlas for the hostile, so it's very unlikely we win this game. Still hostile. Yeah, we totally lose. They can Atlas for the, what I'm imagining there's 2 more hostiles in the deck. And they could pull one now. The problem is that there's a chance they lose it to Maw. The thing is, like, it's safe even if they Maw it. It's just behind the vanilla, which we don't have an answer to yet. Every time you do that, forget that you're not Leela and wonder what you're going to bounce. Ooh, they're considering it. Oh, they have a hostile hand. Okay, so what can we draw into? Ooh. Do we win on R&D? We could win on R&D. We have no multi-axis. I guess we can still get a Maw fire here if we don't. Yeah, we definitely go R&D. There's a, like 1 in 5 we hit a Maw. Let alone agendas are in the deck. We break this for 1 credit. Just do some good plays and hit 2 GFI. We're on it. We can do it. Did we pay? Yeah. IPO? Trash to 1 in 5. Small chance. Small chance. I guess there's nothing to do here but to draw into an Amakua. Okay. Oh shit, Lamau? Did we hit it? We fucking hit the 1 in 5? Are you serious? No! No, we didn't hit it. Luckily avoided it. We got close. We got pretty close. At that point, all we did is get Amakua down. If we drew Amakua earlier, obviously it would have been really sweet, and we could have got tokens and got into anywhere. DDoS over the, what's it called? Black Orchestra draw order would have been good. Good game. That was a fun one. But again, that's Titan. Titan goes so fast. So much of your deck is just not going to matter. You need to get accesses. You need disruption. You need to trash stuff, and that's it. I know, my emotions too. There's absolutely no reason for them to pull it there. No, there really wasn't. Especially with Maw, there was no reason for them to pull it there. Basically, if we stole the second hostile, then they could have considered panicking, but it's super unlikely. And no matter what, we still win. I guess it lowers the agenda density. But yeah, they shouldn't have pulled it there. It was a great matchup, yeah. You gotta, like, that's a big thing with Titan. If you're not used to it, you have to change how you play. Like, we could have done the whole thing to be like, oh, archivist, it's journalism, but you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. If you don't put enough pressure on. Hey, cheers. See you there. Thanks for the game. All right, what a roller coaster. So we don't draw pretty consistently, but I think Anarchs don't draw too well that are not Hashiko. We might need to address it, but I think we're just gonna do another game with this and see how it goes. At least that was a fast one. Sorry, Nanako, I can't hang out. I'm doing a thing. She'll be back. She's a good cat. Hashtag Netrunner, yeah. If you're just tuning in, by the way, hey, hopefully your Sunday's going okay. My name's Andre. Welcome to the Metropol Grid. Lots of newer players showing up to the game for the first time. Lots of people joining into the stream that can't join in live. I highly recommend it if you're new to the game, if you're new to this community. Maybe make an account somewhere, say hi, meet some people. It's a good place to be, and I'm glad you can make it here. Especially if you're new to the game, ask questions. I try to explain what I do. I'm not going to do a perfect job. And like, why didn't you do that? It's also like a very fair question. Hey. Thanks, you too. All right, sports medal. So whenever they score an agenda or an agenda stolen, 2 credits or 2 cards. Our opening hand is actually not bad. We have DDoS if we need to go ham early. We can do credit liberated, and we also can install our combo, which is pretty good. We don't have a mod just yet, but we have the money to install it. I think we can keep this. This could be a combo deck in which like they go really fast, I'm hoping it's a bit dirtily, but it could be like one of those Arella Salvatore combo decks, which Maw actually does disrupt, and Gang Sign does disrupt, if I'm not mistaken. DW helps. I think Anarchs need to spend 3 influence now. What's DW? That's a good slow start for us, and wow, that's a defensive start. So we can just do credit, install, hit this. I don't think we need to show that we're on Gang Sign. The sooner you show it, the worse off it is, because then they can plan around it. So I'm going to install that as late as we could. Could you please move the chat a bit to the left? Did we fix it? Oh, Deuce is wild, yeah. Was it covering chat? How's it going, Zombie? RLC, an interesting card, very flexible, can just be like clickless card draw. Also can let them do wild combo stuff with like, I don't know, Bastiraboga, the workforce or whatever it's called. Did you get Rebirth in? Yeah, we did. We cut Career Fair actually, so there isn't 2 Career Fair. We could check what this is, or we could just install these 2, which is good. Unfortunately, when they do score and we hit more of their cards, they might get more value. Cool thing is though, they have to do their triggers first. So if they draw 2 cards, there's a chance that it buries the agendas in hand, but there's also a chance that they draw more agendas into hand. So this is scary. It's interesting. Let's see what this is. Could just be a Maryland. If they score here with, unless it's like the 3-1 that gives them money, like they'll go down to not a lot of money. I guess they only score for 1, but still. We also could consider poking. Oh, wow. Okay. There you go. It's the 3-1 that gives them money, so that's actually the best they could have asked for. They're on 7. Card from hand. We saw preemptive. That's not good for our game plan, and that's MC austerity. We're definitely going to go ahead and trash that. We don't get our bad publicity because it's not during a run, unfortunately, but hey, that's free-ish. Breakers are good. We can make a run on Central once we have enough money. I think we want to throw this out this turn. Well, that's pretty good, but yeah, that's probably necessary. Actually, I'd rather just throw this out. We only have 1. Like, I'm so used to playing with 3 career fairs where like you kind of squeeze value out of your resources, but we only have 1. Gang interface good times. It is. It really is. And we really want to find a Maw. We could... The fuck is this? NGO? So we could DDoS run this. We can get through code gates. I think we want to DDoS run this. Now we also could run centrals and get our bad publicity. So they can't res the outermost. They can res the innermost at 5 credits. Like we can still double click through an Eli if we really need to. Oh, shit. It's a drafter, so they can bring back an MCA. At least they don't have anywhere really nice to put it. Wow. They also don't have money. So they added red level clearance back to hand. That's like technically a clickless credit if they really need to. Oh, so they wiped that. That's fine. So do we trash this for 2? Yeah, we probably do. They also get to do what? Install a card from archive. So they probably just pull the agenda back to hand. Or whatever was in here. If they do that, we'll run HQ. Only 1 sub? Hold on. Wait, what was the first sub? Oh, it was red love clearance. Got it. Yeah, we'll trash that. So now we can run HQ. They can't res for 2 credits unless it's like Afshar, I guess, and then we can mining accident them. We're gonna go to low money, but it's not good. Yeah, they added RL back. You're totally right. Oh, wait, if we have a gang sign, right? Giordano, that means a lot of 1-pointers. That's probably a card that's worth trashing, but not now. Cyberdex, we'll trash that. And here we can get another bad pub, which could help with our game plan. What was that they trashed? I don't know. I don't know. It looks like it might be an agenda. We might have wanted to run archives, but it's going to be hard to defend it. Run archives and then mining? You're right, we probably should have. I thought they brought it back to hand, but it was a red level clearance, but run archives mining was probably okay. It actually might have been bad because we could have gave them money, and that's a Jinja. Oh, fuck me, Jinja. Oh man, this card. All right, red level clearance, draw 2 cards, gain 2 cards. Looks like they have no ice. They didn't draw any ice. So we know 1 card in hand is Giordano. They're still only on 2 credits. So the credit, they're at 3. At 3, they can res what? Drafter, Eli? I feel like our money's a bit in the toilet, though. I think we need to stabilize. What do we rebirth into? What do we rebirth into? Omar? If we run archives, we give them credits. They have a preemptive in hand, though. That will bite. It could be a drafter. Could be an Eli, too. Eli's better. They installed MCA from archives and trashed in server cards, so no one knows. Yeah, we don't know what it is. It's the face down in here. That's a sandbox. Okay. So they can get 2 credits or 2 cards. They probably want the credits right now. It's a Cyberdex. That's totally acceptable. Our money is really bad. Damn, we drew first. That would have been better. Rebirth Kim is always good, especially with Gang Sign. It is good with Gang Sign. It is bad, though, with Maw. I'd rather trash ice or assets a lot of the times. Card into server 1 on top of the Jinja server. Advance. Hoping it's not a sandbox. I imagine there are a bunch of them. Rebirth Hoshiko probably is okay, actually. I just think Omar might be good because they're spreading themselves up pretty thin. They put back our RLC Austerity. They only have 4 credits, and this could easily be an NGO front. They're only on 4 credits, though, so if we run HQ, it's okay. I think we want them to run and res so that we can dirty laundry our R&D or something else. Hippo's really good against a lot of things we can click through. I don't know who we rebirth into. They could res here. At least drafter isn't particularly compelling. Oh. No. Just a slot machine. It's resource. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, that's bad. Free agenda score. Lose 3, gain 3. At least we only lose 1. Ooh, woo. Have you plans to play against Pat as he can be on in person? Reckon that'll be fun. We haven't had any plans. Pat was actually in YouTube chat a while ago. Damn. They hit the jackpot there. That saves them a whole fucking turn, let alone the credits. It's so good. NGO front, yeah, we'll trash. Giordano, we knew that. Now we can't even play Dirty Laundry. We lost our money off of this. Oh, that's so bad. I think we just need click for credits. Like, I wish we could force them to draw. Unfortunately, I guess we could trash Giordano when we hit a gang sign if we click for 3 here. Oh, we're in such a bad spot. We just went too hard in. We don't have enough money, and every econ card we have to play costs a lot of money. We can't just dirty laundry into nothing. Let's hope that's an NGO front and the tokens don't matter too much. Red a little clearance to draw and get credits. I missed him. How he's doing? He's doing okay. He is self-isolating though. There's a Hagen up here. Doesn't matter. It's expensive to res. It's like 5, 4. He's doing okay. We've been playing games online, so that's okay. Let me move my head real quick. We're gonna have to stop being so aggro, and we're gonna have to try and set up a wee bit here. They also drew first. Drew again. Looks like this isn't an agenda unless it's something they're not really... Oh, it is. Fuck. It's a Cyberdeck sandbox. And they drew first, so maybe they're trying to bury agendas. They drew 2 more. So card from hand. It's a Giordano. I feel like we need our money more than we need to trash that. And it's a Hyperloop extension, which is more money from them. Alright, at least we're on 3 points. They're also on 3 points. Now the CVS and archives is a lot better for them. Also now they have 14 fucking credits. Holy shit. Okay, we might need a setup, and they still can install a card there. This is not going well for us. It's probably Rashida, right? What did we do? Like, Rebirth into Kim doesn't sound that compelling. Rebirth into Omar also doesn't matter with only a slot machine on HQ. I guess we need to set up, right? It's Giordano, not Giordano. Italian equivalent to Jordan. Thank you. Giordano. Jordan. I think Giordano we're used to saying because it's like a pizza company. It's kind of like a joke. I tried Tabletop Simulator last night and it's good. It's so much more than but so much more than I need. It really slows my system running the physics engine I don't want to need for Arkham Horror. Oh shit. We actually just finished. We've been playing on Tabletop Simulator. We finished Circle Undone on Friday. It's really great, as long as obviously your machine can run it. I think you can disable a lot of the physics elements if you right click on an object and say it's not a physics element. That might help you a bit. Maybe we need spoilers for Double Jeopardy. Oh man, spoilers would be fun. All right, that's technically something. I guess we rebirth Kim before they score out. I don't know. We just need to get as many gang signs as possible. So unfortunately, if we play this, we're pretty far away from playing Deliberated. Their hand size we could goof with a wee bit. Playing this is costing us a credit. Even Quetzal sometimes is relevant, but like most of their barriers have multiple subroutines. I guess besides Hagen, which we might not care about. We don't know what the size is either. We do have Corroder. Earthrise is important. Wait, what does Hashiko say? The thinking. What does Hashiko say? Does Hashiko fire off of Gang Sign? Hashiko says, if you've accessed at least one card, gain 2 credits and flip this identity. Wait, Hashiko's good with Gang Sign. Cool. How'd you like Circle and Done? I haven't played through Dunwich. It feels when your turn ends. Yeah, so that's fine. Oh wait, no, you're right. That's terrible. When your turn ends. No, it doesn't work. Circle and Done seems like it has the most narrative decisions, and I wasn't happy with how our narrative went. It could have gone so much better or so much more interesting. I think we did fuck it up a bit, but it's definitely one I'm interested to replay. It also has a really cool narrative. Yeah, it's grounded in Arkham, which is cool because I haven't done that in a while. Big fan. Honestly, we need to draw anyways. We do, but I don't think we can get the accesses from Hoshiko. I guess now we could just we could just fucking dirty laundry this thing. This thing probably doesn't matter. Just don't draw, or just don't get 3 advancements. Do an AH LCG stream one of these days. I'd be so into it. You know what, Apathy? I think that's probably a good thing to do. I think people would give a shit and watch. Oh, wow, that was way off. It's a resource event. They already have enough money. So we lost 2 with our bad publicity. So we will continue. We can't trash anything here. Well, Hashiko will fire, which is nice. We need the card draw. Card from hand, preemptive. Okay, they're running a lot of those, and it's. Well, Gang Sign was nice. It was cool when we had Gang Sign there for a minute. That was pretty cool. Found this setting a bit repetitive, but the narrative is excellent, just as good as Forgotten Age. You do revisit a lot of the same places, and that's kind of the point. Yeah, I hear it. We do have a link. We did get 2 extra credits. The C-Source is a bit harder. Better to get credit first, install Blorch. Oh yeah, you're totally right. If we click for 3, yeah, we could have just did credit Blorch. Yeah, that's a pretty big misplay. Yeah, we're gonna credit anyways, so we definitely did fuck it up. They're on game point now, by the way. It's a Vacheron as well. Card from hand, hedge fund, card from hand, MC austerity. I guess we'll trash that. We still have enough for this. All right, they're on game point. We're nowhere near contesting the remote, but don't worry, Archivist just showed up. They're pretty fast, right? That's the thing with Jinja and everything. It's like it's gonna be hard for us to investigate a journalism, let alone we're lucky we didn't draw one. I think we just slam this and get the money. Yeah, we did make the C-Source more expensive, but that's a Giordano on HQ, which doesn't matter. What's a Giordano? Giordano. Got it. There's a Giordano on HQ, which I don't think, does Gang Sign care about that? I think it's only to make a run. Yeah, it's successful run. So Giordano we don't care about on HQ. We can start face checking here. Obviously, if this is an agenda, we lose, but I think it's on top of an Ash or a CVS anyways, so we're in a pretty bad spot. We could force them to reds, but we can't even break the drafter, and the drafter wouldn't actually be that bad, so I think we can let the drafter fire. My wife Lucia asked me to put your on the big TV as your live promotion. Oh hey welcome big TV. That's where we're destined to be. It's not delivery, it's Giordano. Yeah, okay. I think we can run server 1. I guess we need this down first because we know there's a Hagen for sure. But then we hit Fairchild 3 and it's a bit annoying. We could draw for Stimhack. I think we have 2 and 36 though, so it's kind of low odds. We'll force them to res something, but like a lot of times they can score it pretty cheaply. Ash at least, well, we won't have a link, but we have bad pub. Okay, so it's high strength. We only have 1 breaker. We're gonna pay 3 real credits to continue. Again, we don't have to break the drafter. They can get us CVS back, whatever. It's an Eli. We could double click. Are credits better than clicks? Are our credits better than clicks? So we could double click and have no turn, or then click for 4 after this. Yeah, that's probably acceptable. So wow, it looked like that was a good server. It wasn't. Drafter can fire. They did just preemptive, so they did just like remove things. You don't need to break 1 sub on Hagen. Oh yeah, it's Corroder. I'm used to paperclip. Thank you. Yeah, this doesn't matter. I'm used to just hitting paperclip and hitting all, but you're right. We should care about subroutines. This is trash installed decoder fractor killer, not a decoder fractor killer. That doesn't matter for us. All right, so they can basically just bring a CVS back, install a CVS. Oh, it's also from HQ. Okay, that could be relevant. The CVS does, for what it's worth, I guess it looks like it's an R&D, does make the gang sign a bit worse. But hey, we're in, and I think we still beat the ashtrays. Oh, it's Giordano, so we have to pay, what, 6? No, 4. It's not bad. It is a Rashida. I guess we want to trash that. I guess we want to trash this too. Unfortunately, we couldn't trash the Jinja. Oh, I guess we could. But I feel like we can contest this remote. We're waiting for the surveyors to show up. That would be kind of the problem. We did get an access, so we're going to get Hashiko value, which is kind of cute. With 4 credits, oh man, the CVS is actually not, like, I thought it would be useless, but they could have put a CVS in there and gained 4 credits, but they didn't, which is interesting. We're definitely going to gain this. I don't want to play the Earthrise to go down to 0. I guess we'll go down to 3 next turn with daily casts, but it might be just a bit too slow when we need our money to contest this remote, and next turn they can jam. So it's either draw for a credit card, which could be Stimhack or Gamble, or click for a credit. I think we're going to draw for a card. Great. Is the Arkham Horror mod for Tabletop Simulator any good? It's the best mod on Tabletop Simulator. So much is automated. They have everything. They have like 50 fan-made scenarios, including a Netrunner one. It's arguably better than playing it in person just because you can hit the setup button and it setups the whole scenario for you. Like, it's so good. It's the top rated mod on all of Tabletop Simulator. And sure, popularity is a big thing. But yeah. Oh, with C-Source Live, this is rough. This could be rough. We know there's a Giordano on HQ. This austerity eats our clicks in a pretty meaningful way. There's that gamble we sort of drew into. I think we need to start hitting R&D. I guess they res the CVS just to get an extra credit, but I think we need to start hitting R&D. I think we might just do gamble, hit R&D. We don't have a maw. I'm used to having maw on the table. I guess we'll install this first. We can't click through anything, but if we just break an Eli or something, we'll eat cards off R&D. And if they have no cards on R&D or no ice, they have to put it there, usually not on this remote server. Wow, okay. It's a Vacheron. Whew. Okay, they still get 2 credits or 2 cards. Pretty good. Gang sign doesn't matter that much when they're on game point. So I guess, yeah, it doesn't matter at all. So that's probably why they're not trashing it. They drew 2. So it looks like Jinja is going to get more value. It looks like Jinja didn't fire. They chose not to, which would make sense considering, again, as we said, they need something on R&D. But we're on technically game point, but 4 turns where probably this clock is not going to wind down soon enough. They're probably going to win sooner than Vacheron is 0. There's the RLC again. I'm assuming this deck is based around Vacheron EOI. Oh, that's actually a really good point. That's a really scary combo. You're right. Yeah, if they're playing C-Source and not C-Sourcing our gang sign, I guess our gang sign's not that good, but yeah, you're probably right about that. Domestic sleepers rotated, so gang signs can't do anything now. Yeah, it cannot. So they can score out a 5-3 from hand, so the question is, do we run HQ or do we poke R&D? There's only one more Vacheron on the deck, and we're going to need a fair few agendas to win the game. Now, they can't score a next turn with Austerity unless it's a 4-2, which there is a big chance it is. If we get through this, it's generally free-ish. Our deck has been pretty bad with that. We have to deal with Giordano, which is going to be another 4 credits plus trash. So that's kind of rough as well. We do access 2 from HQ. I guess we can dive worse into a stim hack, right? Oh, well, that's not good. I guess at least we can dirty laundry HQ. If we dirty laundry HQ, we'll have 7 still. So Giordano is 4 plus 2, 5, 6, and then we lose to this. Man, Slot Machine's still pretty good. Just getting a Hunting Grounds in your deck still seems so relevant in almost every matchup. Thinking. Okay, so what's the math? Giordano is what, 3 to trash? Yeah, then we have to pay, oh, we have to pay 6. Woo! This card's underplayed. It's really good. Hunting Grounds is great. It is. It really is. 6 plus 3 to trash. Uno's the 3rd best rated mod on Tabletop Simulator. Okay, never mind. Discard those stats. People like Uno though. That's fine. Gotta test it with something. Run on MCA. We could. It's just really expensive, right? Like this is 4. This fires, which gets a CVS back or a Giordano back. That would be really bad for us. I don't think we can let Drafter fired. How much you need for that remote? 4 plus 8 plus 9, 10, 11. It's not good either. So again, this probably costs us 3. So with bad pub, we're down 7, 8, 9. We're down to 6. Then we need to play 6, 7, 8. So not only can we not do that, we can't dirty laundry. We could consider dirty laundering R&D, and then we just like the drafter is still bad. Does this stop a successful run? Yeah, it's still successful. So the dirty laundry will still fire, which is nice. Oh, this is not good. We get dirty laundry archives. It feels bad. We might just need to run R&D. Hope they spend more money because they still need 5 credits to score an agenda if it's a 5-3, let on 4 credits. So maybe this forks them. I don't think so. We could also consider dirty laundering here. There's not a lot that ends the run. I guess it's just the drafter. Yeah, we definitely should have dirty laundried this. They're thinking, that's good. That probably means they have an agenda in hand. And the Giordano is like, what, 2 to res? 3 to res. 3-3. Seems fair. Fair shot 3? No? Okay. They didn't res the outermost. Now they could res the innermost and save to hippo. Ooh, single access. It's an austerity. It's better they draw that second austerity than it is the winning agenda. So we're going to leave that. We keep Hoshiko on. Whatever. This is stupid. We should have done this the first time over, but we were scared. This is so bad because it's not even access. It's just gaining 3. But there's a big chance that they've done their math and they win on their turn anyways. Hoshiko will give us a card for a credit. So far the games we're playing, it's way too fast for investigative journalism, which shouldn't be a surprise. Good game. Advance, 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 advance. They had it in hand. We should have gone for it, but Giordano is really scary. Futures now. That's wild. All right, they're on 7 points. And that's it. And again, we do not have a time to take this down. So this agenda actually does nothing because that can go so fast. This 3-pointer does nothing. Giordano's scary. Especially when you have drafter, like the ability to reinstall it is pretty mean. Oh man, Cyberdock Sandbox also, like that's we've seen that a fair bit. In my experience, every game is too fast for journalism. It is, and like that's kind of the dream. Maybe we need to play fewer of them because we're finding out in most matchups we don't even play it, or maybe we even play none of them, and then we play a Val deck. No, I'm kidding. You too. But like maybe we play fewer of them and then we play other bad pub cards. I don't think there are any bad pub cards. Oh, take that NGO front. Take that C-Source. If we had our Maw down, it would have been good. I think we went a bit too aggressive in the early game, and like a lot of our money econ cards cost about 4 to 5 to get onto the table. So I think going down to no money early was a mistake. Yeah, so that's not pretty good. Gachapons on the bottom are no good either. Maybe we just need more Rozekis. Just pull my exchange of information. Ah, that's what chat called. Seemed like the right match for SCA. So at the start you had a few ideas for decks. Maybe try out a new deck idea. Yeah, I think we're gonna do another deck idea for sure. Itinerant protesters just not getting there, but that's okay. I don't think that's that's not necessary. I think we should do the Keiko Pal suite as well. I think Maw is so good, Rob. They're like Maw in our other games have been the way that we win. Like obviously in Titan, it's one of the best cards, but in everything else, like just putting that pressure and collapsing HQ has been doing everything that we've wanted Itinerant Protesters to do without having to play Itinerant Protesters. I don't know. Mason jars make the best cups. They really do. This is actually a pickle jar, and this is like 2 liters of water. It's not very obvious, but like generally width in vessels is like, you know how they pour you beer at a place and it's like a really thin glass but it looks really tall and you think you have all the beer in the world? You don't. Obviously because you can pick it up. It's just such bad tempo to install, yeah. We can still play Paladin without Keiko. Yeah, Paladin's fine. Paladin's a credit a turn, which our deck would have been fine with. It was obviously a slots problem, but anything that gives us a credit a turn is good enough. And again, if we are doing like our whole turn for investigative journalism, getting that credit a turn value is pretty good. We also get more money from it because sometimes we access agendas with gang sign, which gives us more chances to get more credits on it because it gives you credit. I wonder if the Hoshiko call was wrong. The Hoshiko call seemed right, and I don't think anything was more relevant. We never saw what ice was on archives, but it can't have been worse than a slot machine. Oh man, we gave him 3 advanced encounters. Feels so bad. Feels bad. All right, we're gonna try another deck for sure. We might actually just net deck something and play that for a couple games, and then maybe build another deck and see how that goes. We got a bit more time today. Anybody feel pretty strongly about anything? Reverse casino station. Oh man. Iberian Lockdown 2, 4th. You don't want that? I thought this said Abraham. It says Iberian Lockdown, so that's less exciting. The best con deck of Iberian Lockdown. Alright, so apparently this is slightly different than Sanjay's deck. I just want to take a peep at it. What about God of War changes? Daniel, that's a good point. Yeah, I was considering doing that. We probably should have. You can't Harbinger with Khan. This is the same thing. It just looks like a game deck. Kenneth, what's up? I'm new to Netrunner and got owned on Saturday's online tournament. How was it though? Is it still fun? It's usually still fun. Firstly, welcome to the game, Kenneth. What were you playing? Do you feel like you played enough con yet? Yeah, kind of. We kind of have. I don't know. There are con decks that are fun to play. I did the IL2. I don't know what that is. Want to play a Gabe deck? Yeah, Rob, that sounds fun. And then we'll change the God of War after that. You have a cool Gabe deck, Rob? I don't have one in mind. Fuck. Apocalypse, Fight Night 3. Who still reads the news? Fight Night 3. Super Ultra Jank. I think we looked at that one the other day. Rogue 409. Maybe we'll just trade the God of War. Apoc Gabe, yeah. Gabe is fun. Gabe is pretty fun. You like running HQ. Is Los just better than Gabe? I don't know. Apex maybe for something less played. Ravage, what's up? I always get frustrated whenever I play Apex because you just struggle to interact with so many of the basic mechanics of the game. I don't like APOC decks either, I don't think. Adam would be cool. Yeah, Adam would be cool. Adam's actually interesting to play. Yeah, maybe we can just net deck an Adam deck and call it a day. But yeah, let's do that. Yeah. What's an Adam deck look like? Yeah, APOC decks are like, you know, they're interesting, but they all basically do the same thing. They just deliver it in different ways. And I don't know. I feel like once I played one of them, I played all of them. And I don't know. I feel like they frustrate people too. So it's not my favorite thing. I did Iberian Lockdown number 2 online tournament. Oh shit, yeah. What runners or what IDs were we playing? Was an Adam 4th in the list? There was, wasn't there? Yeah, Quarantine Adam. Publishing this from Net Quarantine Top Cut. This is the same as my BCom deck, except -1 turning wheel, +1 buffer drive. I did not install buffer drive yet. I tossed it once for EC. I don't know what is EC? Efficiency Committee. Emergent creativity, I reckon. Okay, cool. We'll try this and we'll do the reverse of the changes that they did. All right, so this is Adam. Emergent, yeah. Marathon Smoke. I don't think I've played Marathon. Emergent. Thank you. All right. So we have Freedom. That's not a restricted card, but that's a good card, especially because we have information. We are going to be playing with 3 directives. Our directives, the ones that we play are generally the standard ones everyone plays. So we're going to be able to see the top of their deck whenever we make a successful run, top of R&D. However, we're going to have to show them every card we draw. So the information goes both ways. We're going to run HQ, see 2 cards, but the first time a turn you hit a trashable card, you have to trash it. We have Laundry, and then finally we're going to be running Safety first. So our hand size is going to start at 3, but if we're below hand size, we'll be getting a free card for sure. Fleece also, what's up? How's it going? We have Stim Hacks, which usually don't matter when our hand size is big, which it should be with Brain Chips. Our Breaker Suite and Golo is our restricted card. We're running Odore, which is cute because we start with 3 virtual resources. So this breaks a lot of subroutines at once, which does matter in some matchups. Tour Guide, I guess. A Nazi for 6 is fine. Runner ID, Kit, Corp ID, Haas, AOT, Metro Guide. Oh, cool. Kit's actually really fun to play. It's pretty interesting if you're new to Netrunner, though. It's like kind of hard to like, it's one of the trickier ones. AOT, you can just get value all the time. Let's hope, right? Did you build your own decks or do you net deck something? We got Rozekis, we got multi-threaders for value, but again, a lot of this stuff you can just throw away with emergent creativity. We do have the buffer drive trick, but we don't have any really high cost things to use it for. Double defector just to keep that control up. I don't know if this card's totally necessary, but it's probably cuter than I think. Well, maybe we'll be excited to play it. Cast and Earthrise, Caddy, Logic Bomb really good, Pad Tap really good, Turning Wheel, yeah, okay, good basic stuff. Our multi-axis is basically an information. We don't have any bad publicity, so it's not journalism. It's a shame. Quarantine Adam. And I think we're going to do the changes that they did. No directives in the deck list. No, you don't have to, you don't, in the deck itself, it's actually not that common that people put directives in the deck list themselves anymore. There was a time where people were using Always Be Running and it was necessary for the list. So they would include a second copy if the first one got trashed, but you don't have to include it in the JNet deck list itself. Does anybody play Adam and put directives in the list? I haven't seen that for a while. I would actually probably want to do it more to what is it called? The knowledge one, more than anything else. I think that's the most important one to win because our multi-axis is not the strongest. And that information's so huge. No, Adore means dance in Japanese. Yeah, totally. There's meant to be like a disco suite. And the other one, Yute, means sing or music. I think it means sing. Just an idea of dancing Android makes Adore worth it alone. Oh my god, great mental image. I always want people to play Always Be Running. It had the best restriction and it's the most fun. I've seen some lists play it somewhat modernly. They were playing like Swift, and I think they're just playing a run event so that the double click didn't matter too much. The problem is that like it became such a liability with cards like, you know, hard-hitting news and other things that punish you for interacting in the early game. And a lot of times respecting that and just getting your money up was really important. Game over. Journalism is not the truth. It's a little on the nose for assertion in this climate. Oof, I don't mean it like that. UT means song. Okay, cool. All right, Bright Sides was spectating our last matchup. Acme is interesting. So Acme is one of the decks that their value, I think, of how good the ID changed heavily with rotation. And I think a big part of that is universal connectivity fee rotated. But you can still kind of guess what most of their ice suite is. You're probably seeing data wards, which is huge and a problem. IP blocks are really good. People do love Pachinko still. We have to start at 3 directives. All that stuff is pretty good. We're going to want to logic bomb half of that stuff. Some of the Acme lists right now I've seen are going horizontal more and playing whatever that card is. I never know the name of it, fully operational, because it's really good. You ensure your ability fires or is always relevant if you only have 1 ice on every server, because Acme says the first ice. I'll just show you what Acme says if you haven't seen it. The runner is considered to have 1 additional tag, even if they are not tagged, during encounters with the outermost piece of ice on any server. Our opening hand here, we could not interact. We could just do gamble, cast, and get a free card draw. I feel like that's probably good enough. Especially against NBN, where you care about C-Source. They also mulligan, which is generally good news. Best of luck. Have fun. I gambled with picking Always Be Running against Titan once and actually pulled weight. There's certain matchups that you do switch, and I think Titan's one that you definitely do switch. I think it's the only matchup that I would 100% always open with Always Be Running, just because you have the double access on HQ and you need to keep that pressure up, let alone you see the top of R&D. They do have a bit of like counterplay with the shuffle effect. Oh, fuck me, we don't have current. Oh, we do have currents actually. All right, so that's obviously a really rough card modernly. Not a lot of people are running currents, so we're gonna play this. We're gonna run R&D for a small chance of clearing this. Now it's hard to install these though. Find the truth. It's a Jinja. Well, we have to trash that. Oh, fuck. Well, we're weak to hard hitting these anyway, so we'll go in. I guess this means they're not horizontal. It's a Keegan. That actually doesn't work, does it? You can't Keegan lane unless you can't Keegan lane. Doesn't it not work? I thought you couldn't Keegan lane in Acme because there's no window. Oh, you can't actually remove a tag if they don't have a tag, so this is fine. We're gonna click for a credit and discard something. I guess we're gonna discard a turning wheel. Nah, Daily Cast is probably worse. They have this up. Maybe they're running Raven. Yeah, they have to run other support eyes. Cephalopod, what's up? Algernon was so close to making ABR decent. It was amazed to realize the multi-threader isn't perfect for it. Is perfect for it. Yeah, it's just really expensive, right? Like you can just play Beth, but I get it. Maybe Thoth? Yeah, they could be on Thoth. We don't have hunting grounds, we don't have anything, and fucking hell, scarcity is hard to deal with. Oh man, scarcity. I guess we'll play the game. This will give us 3 credits in a couple turns. Value. Hashtag ban scarcity. Yeah, I'd rather just clear all currents. Other ice gives you tags though. It does, but like how much of it does? This is, I don't know, maybe a sandbox. That's bad. We can install Logic Bomb for 2. Oh, that's a really good draw. I forgot we had 3 of those. We might want to mulligan into those. Yeah, this is rough. I don't know how we're going to interact with them unless we draw a Logic Bomb. Good, it's just an Geofront. Fine. Yeah, ban all currents. Thoth is just worse Razum. Yeah, I'm not a fan of Thoth. We pay 4 for 2 pad taps. They have the money to trash it. Okay, well that's a turn next turn. We throw out stim hacks? Feels so bad. Okay, we'll play this into these 2. We'll draw once. Playing this just to make us be able to play our resources feels pretty dumb. I think stim hack is really good. So that's the Keegan lane on top of something else. So playing the current now is also a bit worse too. So we can hold it. Well, whatever. Whatever. What does Stimac do for the runner? It says make a run. You get 9 credits for this run. After the run ends, you get a bad publicity. So it's incredibly strong. It's 9 credits and a run all for 1 click, and they can't expect it. It means you can interact with you at 0 money, and the bad publicity doesn't matter too much. Patap fired because they scored Bologna. All right, worth our wait. We're catching up. As a Bologna 2, we don't really want to score that. We can get down the Logic Bomb, which is great. Ngolo is also really good. Dirty Laundry is okay. I don't know if we want to show we have the bomb, but we got to do something. And we want to have less than 3 cards, so we'll just run archives. It shows us the top of R&D. We probably did this in the wrong order. It's a psychic field? Yo, someone really doesn't like 419, let alone when we access with 9 cards in hand. It's a psychic field. I guess they're playing psychic field because they're also playing Prysac. Logic Bomb and Rum seems like you could have made it in. Well, we have to deal with Keegan, we have to deal with the Bologna, and then we have to deal with hard hitting news. Like, them scoring a Bologna is not the worst. Damn it, you've seen the fun bit. That part's scary. I'm very unhappy. You get brain damage, sure, but like, fine. There's a Jinja. They're playing Attitude Adjustment. Pay 2, draw 2, shuffle agendas. There's a slot machine on the outside. That doesn't matter, does it? And slot machine doesn't interact with tags well, which is good for what we assume is a Keegan. They know you have the bomb. They see everything you drew. That's true. I'm totally forgetting that they're seeing everything we draw. So they know that we're on Angola. And we don't know what that is. We can start pressuring. We have another current in hand, which is cute. IP block's annoying. Well, it's not the worst. We can start Ngolo running. I hit the draw button and nothing happened. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we're good. So, Pachinko is 2, 4, 5, 6 credits. I guess we'll run archives, see if there's anything on top of the deck, and then we could run with Ngolo. It's a hedge fund. That's fine. That's 2 credits for us. I think we're just going to keep drawing in. We had a bit of a slow start. Pressuring HQ matters too. This could easily be the psychic field. I don't know if we want to run HQ last click. What is the minimum number of icebreakers that you need to make a good runner deck? It's actually a very difficult problem, and it matters a lot on... sorry, there's a pachinko on the outside. It matters a lot on if you can find the breakers easily. It matters if you have recursion, stuff like that, if you have a lot of flexibility. But a lot of times, like if you're just running just basic breaker stuff, I'd probably run 2 of each at least, and then some way probably to find some part of it. A lot of people run AI breakers as well, which are breakers that let you deal with multiple types of ice at the same time. All right, let's start interacting. I guess we can put this down for value. It's difficult. I was sure Show Currents would go away last rotation. Unfortunately, it didn't. I know. Click on the credit because you would get the draw anyways, right? Did we fuck it up? All right, this is IP block. It's going to give us a tag. We're considered tagged because it's the outermost of Acme. So it's actually going to end of the run unless we pay 2. It's so expensive. It's like 6 credits to get through this. I guess we can make it for free with Ngolo. Not playing Freedom Atom. Safety first does for you. So click last draw to max size is nothing. Yeah, if we drew last click, yeah, then we're stupid. We should have clicked for credit because we will get free card draw. You got to think about this. So we can pay for free to make it a code gate. It's so good that IP block can't be traced through. It's such a mean ice in Acme. And then we have to do trace 3. We have to boost and then break. Yeah, whatever. We're still tagged, but we'll get rid of the tag. We're gonna have to break 1 subroutine. Oh, actually we have to break both, right? Because we are tagged. So pretty expensive. We're gonna see the top of R&D though. Thanks, the mental image just clicked when I saw the name of the Ardadori and the fact that Adam's a rogue droid. Find the truth, the top of the deck. They have a Bellona. That is an agenda that costs us a lot of money to steal. Attitude adjustment in hand and a Sia source, which is terrifying. I think we probably stim hack R&D, but the chance of being at a barrier is pretty high. And then we can't deal with it with Ngolo. I was playing with a coaster and it rolled away. So, I don't know. Do we stim hack it and hope for the best? It's kind of really dodgy. We can't do freedom stim hack because we die. I think we need to try and stim hack it. Oh wait, we have logic bomb. No, we can just do freedom run it. I guess we still want the stim hack though. We want the stim hack though, and we want this probably more. Then we're weak to C source. Then what do they do? C source closed accounts? It's really scary. Click for credit and logic bomb through the ice on R&D. I guess then we have to, and we just keep the freedom. But I think we could also just draw once and then stim hack it. It's just really bad if it's a... Oh, no, it doesn't matter if it's a Raven, does it? No. I think we want to draw stim hack it just because I don't want to pay 5 for a Bellona. Yeah, that's fine. Just hopefully it hits this one. Good. So we bypassed it. They paid a lot of money on that. Pass size. If this is an NGO front, it could be bad for us. And we can pay the 5 credits with the Bellona, and hopefully we hit the 50-50. Fuck. Whatever. See the trash FTT is a decent move. I'll do that against Adam. I think they should. Let them draw it. I don't know. It's harder for us to deal with IP block. Admittedly, it's really hard to deal with Data Ward. They scored an SSL, which is going to be good money from us from pad tap, but now they're on game point. Our hand size is now a bit bigger, and like, how the fuck do we get through this besides Logic Bomb? So I think we need to run archives and basically see an agenda, but we're going to have to steal 2 more agendas, which is really difficult in this matchup. And I'm assuming they either have like 15 minutes or fly on the wall or something mean, unless they also have only 3-pointers and they're running Echo Chamber or whatever. Emergent creativity, that doesn't really get us much. I guess we could throw out the multi-threader to get like a Corroder or something. A Dory doesn't matter. Corroder is not good at dealing with this. It's like a lot. We basically only have to logic bomb this, so I don't think we run archives because there's no way for us to get through this. Brain chips in the garbage? Yeah, we have 2 more though. I see that's what it wants us to do. Do we install Caddy, click Caddy? They're gonna have 3 credits. They're gonna get 3, we're gonna get 2. I think we might have to do that. It's really slow. Don't feel great about it. One person I know always runs 1 copy of each breaker and 3 Amakua to enable aggression. My life's goal is to play enough Amakua. I hate to prevent this. It's not that hard to do it. Been messing around with horizontal alchemy. A single data ward in front of a daily quest is juicy, and everyone running corroder. It really is. Horizontal alchemy. There's a lot of reasons to do it. Discard down to 2 cards. Oh, that's I forgot the brain damage. Oh yeah, it's pretty good on data ward and alchemy. I can see it. I don't know whether it's worth to spend influence and weird card slots on something that's only 6 to res. Hedge fund. We're not going to get more money from it because they also took the SSL money. So pat up's only first to turn. Adam needs his brain chip. Yeah, we have 2 and 22. Oh, we can tutor for hardware. Oh, I didn't know that at all. I thought it was only programs. Okay, so we should have a merchant creativity for brain chip there. It would have been free card draw. Yeah, we fucked it up. Keegan Lane is really scary in that remote. Icing up archives. They don't want us to get in, which is fine. And I forget what the server is. I think this is a slot machine, or this is a slot machine. Does anybody remember what the server is? I think it's Pachinko slot machine, unknown. Which means they can't use Keegan. There's no window to use Keegan on Acme, right? Well, they have to physically remove a tag, so they literally can't do it. I think now we need this for corroder. I think we did goof it. I didn't realize. Okay, well, never mind. Yeah, we're probably far behind for multi-threader. It's not a bad card, like, it's value. 2 credits a turn better than the 2 credits off of this? This, I don't know. Do we throw out multi-threader? It's a really good card. It's a good econ card. Yeah, I don't think we, yeah, whatever, we'll throw it out. All right, so our hand size is now 5, so we're gonna start drawing. Trash and no question, cool. Totally been threader for EC. All right, more value. All right, hey, we're getting money also off the SSL. We know a lot of times what they're drawing, what they're not drawing. Well, if we had our card that looks at it, but they're not drawing ice. I imagine if they have ice, they would jam it onto the Shinja. So that's a data ward. Fuck. And that's an unknown on R&D. So they're not winning just yet. Drew last click, not great. Do we have career fair in this deck? No. So we have to play that for full value if we need to, or full cost, I mean. We'll draw one. They know we're on a reclaim. This trash a card from your grip. Install a program or piece of hardware or virtual resource. That means we can logic bomb through the data ward. That's really good. So I think we want to get that down. We probably can't afford the Earthrise. They know we have all these things too. There's no surprises if they're paying attention. So I think we'll just do this. And did we click Caddy yet? No. Okay, cool. And we have an Odori. This is looking a bit rough, but it's always fun to see Adam. Yeah, no, I think Adam's actually like totally competitive. Whether we're doing it justice is a different question, but I don't think Adam's by far bad, by any means bad. I just brained that up. I think I did too much. Nice, you got a Logic Bomb back. Yeah, sort of. You can only hope. The thing is, the deeper the server, the less their ID matters. Exactly, and their ID only matters right now in the data ward. Pachinko doesn't matter at all, unless we take the tag, which we're not going to. So the big question is whether this is the game-winning agenda or whether there's an NGO front, and we have no fucking idea. The chance of this being a survivor is not 0, so that. I had a lot of fun with playing Pancha Deuce X Adam to compile. Interesting. Boomerang kind of obsoletes it though. Yeah, Boomerang's really good. I guess if this is a surveyor, we can always pop it. I think we have to charge this. Take all credits. We'll throw out the Earthrise to get down a Logic Bomb. We have to run this last click, which means if we do take a tag on, it's going to be a problem. We don't know what this is. Oh, no, we know it's a Keegan, right? All right, here we go. Data ward on R&D is a lot worse. Yes, it is a lot worse now. I think they fucked up their ice positioning, unless it's like double data ward, and even that's not amazing. So, no. Pay 3, don't take the tag. We'll bypass it and continue. And now we don't have a tag, and I don't think we can get a tag during this run. So Keegan's useless. Pachinko's useless. Like they goofed their ice up, I think. This is. We'll see what it hits first. Program resource event. So it's we lose 3 or we break it. No, it's fine. We'll probably use a multi-threader on this. I don't know what it is. Maybe we don't. If we don't use a multi-threader, maybe we're fucking up here. Okay, so it's Data Raven into Keegan. That was the nightmare. But they only have 1 credit now, so I don't think we care. Speaking of boomerang, I just made the spoony Gabe. Oh, cool. Let me check that out. So the trace hero doesn't matter, but if we take the tag, they can remove the tag with Keegan to trash our Angolo. From that point on, we would have to recur it with a second reclaim. Emergency is not from your grip or from your heap, right? No, it's from your stack. This is interesting. The thing is, they can't really score here. Do we lose an Angolo here? I think we might want to lose an Angolo. Then we also clear the tag for free, so value. Do we lose Ngolo here? How many reclaims left? 1. One reclaim. No buffer drive. It's a hard call. No, we cut the buffer drive, actually. The buffer drive is now a turning wheel. Going to game point would be cool. 1 NGO out. Pretty expensive to get back in. Nah, just bounce. It is expensive to get back in. It's not that bad. Continue. We don't win if agenda. Yeah, but then we lose. I think if it's an agenda, we lose anyways. So, like, we'll lose in 2 turns. So I think we're gonna do it. No. No, we can trace that. They can Keegan it. It clears the tag for us. Unless they don't Keegan it. That would be so crazy. And then they just clear our resources. We definitely lose if NGO. Yeah, we probably lose if NGO. Probably lose if NGO. Need hot flip switch tech? Nah, you just run Citadel Sanctuary. Alright. Trash Keegan. Oh, it's an NGO. Okay, we lost. And they're just giving us the tag. It's an all-seeing eye! I think we've lost the game. I think we've lost the game. Well, we're boned. At least we get an Angolo, right? Maybe leaving the Jinjo is okay, because putting another one in front of the data ward is pretty bad. Do we have any more freedom? No. No. No, bake them away, toys. Yo, Vincent, what's up? You've just seen the second copy. Oh, there's no need to say that. Ruthless, yeah, we're done. 4-point single axis. All right, so we lost all of that. That's, yo, if we were doing journalism, that wouldn't have happened. We would have lost some bad publicity. Investigative journalism should be a 3 of in every Atom deck. All right, I thought we get our accounts closed, which we didn't. So who's laughing now? I don't think I want to play this one anymore. Oh, nice. Pad tap. Value Town. I don't want to play Gamble unless we clear the tag. We can still win, it's just hard. Give yourself one bad pub real quick. Yeah, see if they notice. Apex King around to install on investigating. Oh. Scarcity. Alright, and they cleared that. That's fine. That's like totally fine. Like, I don't think we're gonna play any more resources. And we might be able to win with just this shit. Alright, at least we're now all in. We have to pay 6 for this thing. Oh no, wait, we overpaid. It's just 4. I goofed this once I goofed it. I'm used to like boosting and then breaking. It does it all with 1. Hold on. We'll do it again. So we're technically tagged. All-Seeing Eye is probably the best feeling card in the game to land. It is gross. So 4 to break all of it. Great. This is why we run Hunting Grounds. Yeah, Hunting Grounds seems a bit good. It's attitude adjustment. Oh, we don't see 2 cards. Oh yeah, of course. That would have been nice. That would have been okay. R&D now is only 3 cards to get through if they can't res it. I guess we have to take every chance we can. What could be bad here? Something that leaves us with a tag, I guess. But now that he did this, if they don't res this ice, it's a Raven. No, so we bounce. We have turning wheels in the deck. This is a good combo. That's like a good combo, but again, as soon as someone has hunting grounds, like this server got so bad. I guess Data Ward does get bad without hunting grounds. No, it doesn't. It's fine. No free card draw, no multi-access. No, we got nothing. We got one more turning wheel. We got one more turning wheel. But again, we run HQ for 2. Like it might be okay. Rizeki, that's good. Double Rizeki. Ho ho ho. Yeah, you score, you Rashida. We'll lose next turn after we paid 4 for this. It's not a Rashida. It looks like it's a Keegan. They're drawing up. That's good. Now they can't jam 5-3s. They can just put in their mode. So we're going to pressure HQ for sure. And this is a good card draw. We just need to get a turning wheel down and we're fine. We'll pay 4 for it. I don't give a shit. Not worth it. There's nothing in our deck, right? Dory also, for what it's worth, is bad right now. Man, why would you not put a Hunting Grounds in your deck? Hunting Grounds, 1 influence. It's literally the most boring idea in the game now. No, it could be Val. Ooh, red herrings. Yeah, I don't want you to have that. That's mean. We'll draw some more. All right. In the bottom 8, we need a turning wheel. Adori's so bad now. I would argue Adori isn't the worst. Adori is okay. Okay, so that's bad. All right. So this is the problem. How many more logic bombs we got in the deck? 2? 2 logic bombs. All we need is logic bomb. Damn, he's good. Max hand size is 7. Yeah, we did get some hand size. Do we logic bomb run it? I guess we logic bomb credit run it. We end our turn with a tag. What happened? What's the worst that can happen? Oh wait, no, that's too few. This is a bit on tilt, but we might be okay. We might actually be able to go tag me. The only problem is if we go tag me is IP block is still annoying. We could have actually considered going tag me. But then I guess it makes the data wards better. I guess they're still better no matter what. Okay. Program, resource. So we know that there's 2 things coming up here. I think we actually can consider breaking this. That's good enough. So we only lose 2 instead of losing 3. And they don't get any money. We still have enough, if we don't boost this trace, to steal with red herrings. So it's Keegan and red herrings, so we're not going to boost anything here. We'll take a tag, and we'll just be tag me. It's fine. Unless it's the 3rd NGO front. We just need enough money. If it's a Bologna, which is unlikely to be, we're in a problem. So we're just going to go tag me now. Damn, he's good. Yeah, we're going to go tag me. Hopefully we can win. We could die to Boom, but again, if they... I guess we have 2 tags here. We could die to Boom. They have enough money. Let's see if they eat the Keegan. They could eat the Keegan to trash the... I imagine the Corroder. We don't have another Corroder, do we? Oh, Angolo. Wow. I wouldn't have expected that. Now the Pachinko's good. It's a Bologna. Fuck! It had to be the 3rd Bologna! Oh, GG. They win. I was betting it to be an SSL, but now that's 5 for the Bologna and a 5 for red herrings. Even if we trash the red herrings, it doesn't matter. So that's a good game. S is Pachinko? This one here is Pachinko. I'm assuming this is Pachinko too. Good game. Alright, so if we bounce on the NGO front, we probably were favored in that. Obviously we didn't know if that was the winning agenda or not, but they couldn't have scored it, so it might have been worth just bouncing. Oh man, All Seeing Eye against Adam is the most rude. I guess it's pretty rude against everybody. But what do we need? We basically need to get our access down. I think if we didn't get scarcity first turn, we've been in a lot better place. Hey, thanks for the game, eh? Sorry, left chat for the game. Oh, no, it's all good. Good games. Bologna's beautiful. Bologna's really good. Bologna's really good. I feel like if we play Hunting Grounds, this matchup gets so much better. Let alone, we can't play Film Critic because of Angolo. Angolo didn't really do enough for us in this game. I see why it's really good because you have the extra multi-threaded credit value. And we probably shouldn't have played all our Rizekis that late in the game. I don't know, think they're worth the clicks and credits just because we barely made it back. And we probably weren't going to last that much more. They only had 17 cards in R&D. Yo, Bright, do you have like a 1-pointers or just running all 3-pointers? There's also a chance that Punitive was on the table. We didn't see a lot of influence. The thing is, like, we're pretty good against Punitive with 7 max hand size. Oh, we did see Jinja's, but that's like 6 influence. Jinja's so little influence. You didn't see the Surveyors, 5 threes and 4 threes. Okay, cool. Yeah, we were assuming there's a Surveyor somewhere, and I guess that's like the thing that we would have had to pull through. I think I cut Angola and played Gordian FC. I would even consider just cutting Gordian and playing Study Guide. I think you have the stim hacks and you have the multi-threaders to run Study Guide pretty convincingly. Admittedly, your early game's kind of shit, and early game is really important for Adam, just so you start snowballing with your brain jib. But maybe it's good enough. I don't know. Maybe use Logic Bomb for your early game. Totally jam 100 Grand in, especially good Nance and BN. Yeah, it's really strong. Also, you have really big hand size, so like Komainu's annoying, but I guess you do have a Dori, so maybe it's not a problem. Yeah, maybe it's not a problem. Imagine hitting a Psychic Field with Adam with like 10 cards in hand. How fucking rough. Oh my god. Alright, let's do another one of that. That's alright. Wow, Study Guide's 4 influence. Yeah, and it ought to be, because everybody would be playing Study Guide Stim Hack. Everyone and their dog would. It's just so good. Study Guide Stim Hack. I have a permanent Amakua at 4 strength for Code Gates. And then you can play Palangi. No, I don't think so. Do you mind? Alright, unless they like counter draft us really hard. I think Study Guide is well costed at 4. It's kind of a nuts card. Blue Sun? Yeah, that's probably an issue. Hey, thanks, you too. What idea would we say isn't an issue though, right? Directives, we don't want to have to run anytime. Admittedly, always be running is pretty cute against some of the bigger ice they have. And our opening hand has like just enough money. We probably have to Dirty Laundry Archives. This is probably keepable. I think we might want to mulligan into Rizekis. I think the only 2 cards we care about in our hand are Cast and Gamble. This might seem crazy, but I think we want to mulligan this. Having an early Logic Bomb is really important against Oversight AI. This got only slightly worse. Fuck it, an early Corporate Defector is probably good enough on turn 1 just to get cards out of your hand. Also, this is a singleton deck. Oh, wow. So, this is a commander deck. Forgot it didn't rotate. Yo, Vincent Blue Sun's legit. This is apparently they're only playing 1 of, so only 1 building block, only 1. Their ice suite is going to be fucking bizarre. I honestly don't mind face checking this when they're on 5. Like, it could be literally anything though as a commander deck. Like what? Satyr Adaptive Berry, great. They have 1 credit. They could bounce it. Now we can run HQ and see a double axis. We're gonna have to trash something. Hopefully we get an agenda here. I didn't check if they mulligan or not. They did. There's a chance that this will be bad for them. Bootcamp Blue Sun Nostalgia. It's still there, right? Successful run. Oh no. Successful run. Find the truth. Top of R&D. It's an Oversight AI. Ooh, they found the 1 of. City Works Project. I'll take that. Archive Memories. So they have OAI set up next turn. It's unlikely we die to double Punitive. We know 1 card in hand, the OAI on top of their deck. We could just play Brain Chip to make sure we get more card draw. Seems good. I'm not worried about Punitive in a singleton deck. They can't double Punitive us. They could Punitive Archive Punitive. And wall to wall, that's what you want. They're going to bounce the Satyr, so they have 4. They can draw a card, gain a credit, place advancement, or add this back to hand, which Blue Sun can already do. So I don't know if you ever really pick that. I guess you sometimes do when you want to bounce something. So advancements on HQ Ice, they have an OAI in hand, so Logic Bomb we need to get ASAP because their economy is probably a bit dodgy, considering their singleton deck, so only 1 IPO, 1 hedge fund. Current, ooh, a good one too. Death and Taxes, we might just slam R&Ds for singles though. We also could just trash this. Okay, never mind. With 3 advancements, I think we run HQ. We'll draw it once for a dirty or something. We can run HQ. Then we can see what's on top of R&D, see if we need to run it. So Neural EMP. Alright, singleton deck. Archive Memories. Oversight. Wow, we learned nothing. We could trash this. If we install the Rizeki, they gain a credit. Our hand size is +6, so we can always draw once. And Angola is pretty good. I'll install this, they'll gain a credit. It's probably okay. We have a stim hack. Okay. Their economy is probably bad enough where this is important to trash. Double advancements on the HQ ice, and this doesn't have to be advanceable ice. It can be any ice, and it's annoying in a blue sun, right? Like if you get advanceable ice up. Oh man, the chance of also them finding something good enough to OAI is pretty wild. Okay, I don't want to run any of this stuff because we have to trash it. I have no idea what it could be. Do we just run this? Yeah, we probably run that and hit a Satyr. We'll trash that. This might be a Maryland or something. Bouncing assets in blue sun's actually surprisingly okay. Please be a Satyr. If there is a Satyr, they can't run it res HQ. We haven't seen restricted yet either. So we have to trash this. We'll see the top of the deck. We could consider stim hacking this. It's a hard-hitting news. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that changes a bit. That actually might be a problem. We do have a misdirection in hand, though. And bootcamp's really good, because when they bounce... Sorry, I mean pad tap is really good, because when they bounce... Oh, wow. Rashida sneaks through. We probably could have actually checked there instead of credits. Like, we already had the misdirection in hand if they do go in on the... What's it called? The hard-hitting news. And this was pretty bad because it gave them a credit. I don't think we should have installed this. I forgot this current was on. Oh, wow. They had the Chiashi. Logic bombing this is the most important thing we could do. But they're going to fork us with the hard-hitting news. Whew. Tray 6, that's fine. So, top deck, logic bomb, install clear tags? No, okay. I think when we install pad tap, we actually gain a credit because of death and taxes. That's cute. Unfortunately, they did get their OAI off. They probably archive memories for that at this point. And at least we only have to respect one hard-hitting news, but they could threaten archived into hard-hitting news. And server 3 might just be some trap. They are an early MP though, so punitive, all that stuff makes sense. Hollywood Reno. Ooh, so that's Chiashi into Hollywood Reno. So if we can find a fractor, let alone anything, and then we can stim hack that. There. It's good enough. Logic bomb. Gaining credit, they gain a credit. I think we do logic, like we can sell both of these. Our money's not great. They're getting more money too. Death and taxes sticking. This anytime we install a card or trash an install card. Even their cards, like when we trash their wall to wall, if this current was up, I forget, they gain a credit for it. Distract the masses, shuffle 2, we gain 2. And they can also trash 2 cards, so it's like the closest they have to Jackson. Let's see what they shuffle back. Unseen cards, and they trash 2 cards from HQ, so HQ pressure isn't a thing anymore. And there's a big chance we can contest this. I'm pretty convinced that if we install Angolo stim hack it, we'll have enough credits. I think we can push this. Do we install the Rizeki here? We could lose it to this. This is a 1 credit play. It's a 2 credit play because they get more money. I'd rather just have the money, I think. I didn't see the math. What is it to break Satyr? Thinking. Maybe this is wrong. We need to see what Satyr costs to break. Satyr adaptive barrier is like what? Strength 3 at this point? Strength 4 with 1 sub. So this we have to make it a code gate. So that'd be... Oh, we have stim hack. No, it doesn't matter. I forgot we had stim hack. So we'll install this and stim hack, I guess. We're not actually going to use these credits. Here we don't die to single punitive. We died to double punitive, maybe. Actually, no, we died to single punitive because we're taking the stim hack damage. Oh, wait, we're fucking this up. And they could res the Chiashi. We would get money if they bounce it with pad tab. But we actually died to single punitive. This is a mistake. We shouldn't have stim hacked here. They're going to res nothing. Oh man, please don't die to single punitive. It's not cat. I forgot we're going to take the brain damage. I was like, we're going to draw to 3. This might have been a mistake. Fuck! Damn it. Dan, how's it going? Ah, fuck. Yeah, shit. Forgot the stim hack damage. I guess they already had archived. You still have archived. Yeah, we got Samherk. How's it going? Had Neural also. Alright, they had Neural too. Oh, we played that so poorly. Like, we knew everything and we still went all in on it just because we could. Like, they're on 0 points and the Hollywood doesn't do enough for them. Thanks for the game. You too. Not a good showing at all. Yeah, we could have played that way better. Like, we knew there was a singleton deck, which gives us so much information. I still think we cocked that up. Sometimes you get killed by the Nerf gun. Sometimes you do. I'm pretty sure I have that. Sorry about pointing a gun at the camera. This is not a real gun, but that's this, right? That's what this is modeled after. Gun Puna looks like a Maverick. Yeah, that one exactly, right? Interesting game. Yeah, I think we played that pretty poorly overall. Like, they don't have any defensive upgrades that we saw. Like, they couldn't have drawn into it. So if we just got Angola down enough money with Stim Hack and Logic Bomb, like, we can deal with it. Getting the Logic Bomb down early so we can deal with the Chiashi, I think mulliganing into that was smart. But stealing this to go on 6 points to obviously die to a single punitive, let alone punitive archive punitive, was probably a mistake. Even with one card in hand, they could have done Neural Punitive Neural, which would have been a Neural Archive Neural, which is hilarious. But yeah, that we goofed it. Always a fun way to play. Yeah, I don't think I actually have tried that. I've tried other weird stuff like neutrals only, and it can be frustrating when you play against stuff that's really good. But I think we threw that. There's no reason we need to go in on that agenda. I think we fucked that up. We could have respected. I felt like maybe we didn't have to respect punitive because it was a singleton deck, but I guess also you have like a consulting visit, like Wayland can pull it off. And not upgrades at all. It's all operation defenses. Yeah, I'd believe that. I think we could have gone a lot farther. Is that the Adam deck that was played in my tournament? I don't know. I think so. We got it from JNet. I'm pretty sure it is. We're not doing anything pretty properly with Adam tonight or this afternoon. It's not going well. I think this is the Adam that was in Top Cut. Yeah, for the NQI. Were the finals yesterday? How did that go? I didn't check that out. It was really great. What was it, like just double elimination, or you do more for the top 8? Came down to the grand finals. Ooh, that's always exciting. Jinteki RP. Always be running is a bit hard when you're spending double clicks to get through. But like crushing an early Sundew is important. So RP could be acid spam, which would be problematic. We want Rozekis for that. Nothing of this is really good. We kind of want to open with Rozekis. Gamble Rozekis, probably good enough. Let's see what kind of deck they are. Thanks, you too. I wonder if it's acid spam, if it's actually oh, it's double elimination. Fantastic. Where can people watch that? Pick at your channels. So Code Marvelous, SMC. All right, so could be Rashida, mental health clinic. It's probably not a Sundew. I think we just want to take this time to set up a wee bit. So if we just do gamble, Rozeki credit, we get a free card draw, and we have a robust enough opening economy. It's better than drawing a card here, clicking for the credit. And we want to steal an early agenda. We could always have just ran archives to see the top of the deck, which could be important. So everyone's a Jeeves. That probably means this is the acid spam matchup. So we're gonna have to start trashing things. This is good. This is like a mini scrubber. We just have to hit the right things. Might as well, I guess we run archives, because I don't know if we always want to trash the top of R&D. Like, if we see a second Jeeves, it's pretty bad. It's a bioethics. Oh. It's not exactly what I thought it was. I have to worry about damage. Okay, well, I guess we could die to Psychic Field, something else. There's a top cut. Cool, thank you. It's a Prana Condenser. Oh, well, we have to trash that. No questions asked. So we basically trash one more thing and install Daily Cast to make sure economy keeps going and make sure we're still drawing. Bioethics, cool. So we could have in theory died, I guess. No, we get safety first draw. Yeah, this is not nice. And they're just rezzing it for value. I feel like if they don't have good recursion, we can just trash all of these. They have another bioethics in hand, so they still have to ice up both their essentials. All we want to really do here is steal an agenda so that we can get our hand size up. And we have to respect Cortex Lock. Cortex Lock is really scary with Brain Chip at some point. There's no hostile infrastructure. I wonder if this is totally playable. Sai Santan, it's a mean card. Excuse me. We'll trash this first for sure. We could check server 5 and die to snare. Okay, we died to snare. Yeah, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure that was that. Here, I think we'll just click for credit. We get the free card draw anyways. Gamble's good. Gotta get the chip down before we lose it. It's a really good point. We have 3 of it. It's worth getting down before we lose it. It doesn't change Cortex Lock, what it does to us, because it doesn't actually add any MU. They drew 3, iced up with Jeeves. Okay, so now we want to get our breakers down. Pad tap can be good. Their economy is not amazing. Face checking is actually pretty scary. So I think we just draw once and install 2. So I think we do gamble into pad tap. Probably is fine. With 3 bioethics in the bin, like I don't know what they can do, and they have prana condenser, so this is kind of cool. We're losing our free card draw here, which is unfortunate. I guess actually the reclaim is a bit better than the brain chip. It's flexible. I'd rather play that. Multi helps for Cortex. Yeah, multi does help for Cortex. You're right. And we'd only take 2. Size and time can be brutal though, especially when we actually right now it's pretty good. We want to keep different types of hands. Pretty sure Biodex is unwinnable against a good runner. Less recursion, no hostile, no IG. Yeah, it sounds about right. I think it's probably really hard to win, especially when they're all 3 in the bin at this point. But it means they're playing a spiky deck, and we could still lose to just like Cortex Lock, Marcus Batty. Like you can still lose to that shit when you have all this MU. Okay, we definitely play that. So now we can start face checking. Is it better to play a multi-threader? I'll probably just play the casts. It gets us more money faster. Or it's not, that's technically not true, but it is just more flexible when we have to deal with assets. Upgrade on server 1, Warrior Tracker, Hokusai, I don't know. How do you win a runner who knows to play the matchup? I don't know. I don't know. Especially when they were rezzing them. Like they weren't even building lock, they were just rezzing them. Like, sorry, no worries. Like that's a cool thing is when you surprise, but all right, so we want to run HQ to some extent. Oh, Pat Tap could have fired there. They can res some big stuff here. We can always run HQ, see how it goes. I'm assuming this will be something cheap. Maybe even something, it's unlikely we can bounce off of it. Maybe it's a Kakugo. But here we get to see 2 cards. We could die to double snare. I guess it's the trash card we hit. And maybe this is Jeeves and viral weaponization, which makes a lot of sense with their deck. It's an Anansi. Okay. How much is it to break? Not bad. Worse for them than probably us. Now Cortex Lock only does 1 damage because we only have 1 MU. They can still res Saisentan. So Jeeves again, card from hand. Philotic, nice. Riot Suppression. Alright. So they could still score this agenda. If we run it into Saisentan, it's kind of bad for us. Saisentan, thinking. We want to probably get this down to get our hand size up, which can be pretty scary. It means we have more unused MU, and we know on top of their deck is like what? It was what was on top of their deck again? Oh, it was the Jeeves. So if we run that into Saisentan, I don't remember the subroutines in Saisentan. This is a card that we revealed on the stream. I think it's 3 net damage. Saisentan. I think it's 3 separate net damage subroutines. Yeah, so if we run that, we die. We can't make it into a sentry or to a code gate. So I think they can score the viral weaponization. At least our hand size isn't very big. So we can install the hardware, probably multi-brain chip, and probably just click for a credit. They couldn't score a viral weaponization, even an Issei, even in theory like a flower sermon, and that's probably fine. As soon as we install this though, Cortex Lock is a real problem. So I don't love that. I don't actually know if we install this in the matchup. 3 hand size, yeah, we probably do. I'll install one of those. That seems good. Now the Cortex doesn't do too much. Or sorry, the viral doesn't do too much. We still can always die on HQ for double snare or some nonsense. Let's see if they score this out. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Jeeves. 4. Viral, right? Yeah, we called it viral. So we only lose 3 cards. Not that important. That's fine. And we don't have to do anything this turn. Their economy is garbage. They could res a Yagura. Which is fine. They can't fire snare. They could fire breach dome, which we'd lose to. So they could also res crick. I feel like we could get a run here. We might as well just install Rizeki. We don't need a run. They don't have enough credits to threaten out what's it called? If they're doing like House of Knives with Shim from Tenon. So otherwise we could have just ran. All right, click forward with Jeeves. It's fine. It's good stuff. We could play down the freedom and run R&D. I think we'll just run R&D. We're in a pretty good spot now. We can trash most things. We get 2 credits a turn. We have Logic Bomb for panic. If they res stuff, there you go. Oh, that's an IK. That's something they could have resed. We probably want to break most of this. We can break the net damage. How much does it cost us? Yeah, we'll break the net damage. Oh, I didn't need to do that, did I? No, I did. So we want to just get our, what's it called down? Let all subroutines. We want to get down our multi-threaders just because we want to run once a turn. We could pay 1 to draw 2. I think we get free enough card draw. They weren't going to pay there. Pass size and continue. It's a Chiashi. Wow. How are they going to ever res that? How are they going to res that? We could trash the Jeeves here. Credit card trash Jeeves. They have more of them though. I think we should crash the Jeeves just because their economy is pretty bad. And we're going to start with 4 next turn. Yeah, we'll trash Jeeves. If we keep him off the board, maybe we win. And I'm assuming this is a crick, which if we don't want to boost, and we're actually pretty good at dealing with crick. We break crick for 3 credits. That's kind of the best we can ask for. We'll be okay. We can see the top of R&D, and it's probably cheaper to run archives. Yeah, we'll have 3 fewer clicks. No. Oh, we actually could take the brain damage. I don't think it matters, but I don't think the 3 fewer clicks matters either. Oh, it does with the RP. Okay, take a brain damage. Oh, that's really cute. Gotta go. We'll finish VOD. Thanks for stream. Hey, Lillian, thanks for dropping by. Enjoy the rest of your day. So riot suppression is in theory really cute with Jinteki RP, right? Back in it running after ages is lovely. Glad to have you. But that's really expensive. We'll take the brain damage. Like our hand size is only going to get bigger. And again, we have 4 credits at the top. We can run archives. That's removed from the game. That's 4 influence. So again, they're probably running a fair few HB cards. I would imagine we see Maryland too. Let's see the top of their deck. It's a snare. Okay, good to know. Even if we hit that at some point, it's not that bad for us. Our hand size is 4, so drawing here is not particularly good unless we play something. Stealing an agenda would be good. I imagine at some point we just want to pay through the Nancy. If we draw once, we hopefully it's a playable card. It is sort of. I guess we could just dirty laundry archives for quote unquote value. Feels bad. Just clicking for 3. We're gonna get free card draw anyway, so it's not the worst. We didn't even have money to break snare there. Or sorry, break what's it called? To break Crick. That was a mistake. We only access with 2 cards. Should trash the last turn, the Jeeves? Yeah, probably. So they have a snare in hand. It's probably a Jeeves in the remote. That's fine. We're just going to keep doing our thing. Run archives, see the top card of the deck. That would make our hand size bigger. Hopefully play Freedom. Maybe win in 2 agendas, 3 agendas. It's a Saison time. Okay. Well, they have no money now, so we can even just run this. Like, there's no trap that really fires. I guess Psychic Field fires. All right, so they got to call something. They called Event, which means this would actually has a chance of being lethal, but we're going to break the 3 subroutines. So we'll pay 3, they paid 5. So that's a Saisentan, so we might not know what that is. It's an envelope, okay. We could check this, like it could be a Psychic Field, it could be the snare. Trashing the snare would be fine. I think we can still check this. We have to pay the trash cost though if it is something mean. It's a Jeeves. We have to trash it. All right, just take some money. We're making 2 every turn. So it only costs 5 to break this. It's still a lot, but we're getting to see the top of the deck, and we can't run remotes because of RP. We can't run remotes to see the top. They only have 1 for the field game though. Yeah, we could have risked it. Like they only had 1, but like it's still pretty difficult for them to win, even if we just click for credits a lot of the time. Oh, turning wheel. That's pretty okay. I think we could run through this. They have 1 snare in hand. Can we just run through this? Do we just emerge in creativity to get out? Adori breaks this for free, actually. That's probably what we ought to do. We didn't run, so they could shipment, but I think we just get Adori out so we can break this for free. Also, I think that we break this for like, what, 4, 6? Remember, archives trigger neutralize all threat. Oh yeah, you're totally right, because we did access trashable in archives. We didn't have to trash the Jeeves. That's always good. Card in server 6. Could be a snare. Not that interested in running it. Oh, it's a Sundew. Okay, now we are interested in running it. So we have 6. I think we just run here and then run here. We need to trash their money at all costs. We'll even logic bomb this if it's really bad. But we definitely want to merge in creativity to get Odori down. Thinking. So let's just see what the math is on Odori. It's like what, 3 to install? Oops. Odori is 4 to install. It breaks Anansi for 6. And it breaks Saisentan for 0. So we could play it and go down to 0. We can run archives break. I think that's what we're going to do next turn. Right now, I think we can just pay through this. Snare would be bad. Breaks for 3. Wait, it breaks Anansi for 3? Oh, it breaks this for 3. Oh, because it's better than Kamainu. It's 2 strength. You're right. Yeah, I need to boost strength. Thank you. We still have enough to break this. Oh, we have to trash the trashable here, but with 2, there's not a lot we have to trash. It's a crick, okay. Alright, we're just gonna keep him down. This is probably like a Chiashi or something, right? Or no, they didn't install the Chiashi since they drew it. It's an envelope. We can make it 2. No, we can't. We'll just logic bomb it. It's a bit unfortunate. We also could get our corroder. Kamaino also costs 3? Wait, is Adori 0 strength? Oh, it's 0 strength. Okay, doesn't change. Alright, it's interesting. Ice Carver, value. Data Sucker, value. Their money's still pretty bad. They spent 4. And I think we can just set up for the late game. Like, we could probably just ignore them for a bit. It could be a snare. I feel fine. I feel like we can just like do credits and emergent creativity. This gets us a free card draw too, which is great. Ah, multi-third is pretty okay. Now we break it for free. Advance. House of Knives? Wow, it is a House of Knives. Okay, that's fine. That means that we can more likely get free card draw. So, we can credit, install this. We don't need to run this turn. Like, there's so little we have to do. They have no money. And this current is pretty good, especially when we see the top of their R&D. So now we run archives for 1 credit with our added value multi-threaded. Just let me move my face real quick. Obviously, we can't get through this envelope, so we need to find our corroder, or we can always pay through with Angolo. It'd be 2, 3, 4, 5 to 6 credits, which is a lot. Takobi data sucker dedicated processor, though. Yeah, all that stuff is good. Oh, wow, this hasn't been keeping track. All right, so we can just keep running archives. They can hit us for net damage. It means that we'll get free card draw. It's fine. Probably pick Aventus again. They know our whole hand, so they can in theory make some really cool cards here, really cool calls here. So that's 1 credit. Another, oh, we have no MU anymore, so Cortex Lock, if they do have it, doesn't matter. It's a Prana Condenser. It's fine, right? Oh, we also do have a Logic Bomb back with Reclaim. They threw a DNA tracker, they threw a Chiashi, another DNA tracker. They don't have money. Going HQ at some point would be pretty good. I feel like we can just do nothing and be in an okay spot. We could emerge in creativity here for the Croter. Oh, we actually don't have MU for it. Awkward. All right, well, we'll throw out a Stim Hack. All right, they probably have agendas in hand. We know they have a snare in hand. That's kind of annoying because we could hit double snare. Install the card, it's fine. Install the card, it's fine. We just haven't seen anything on top of R&D. Maybe it's all in HQ. Oh, also we're building turning wheel counters. That means we should just run R&D every turn, right? Oh, what? Whoops. We overpaid. That was a bit of a nonsense. They could ding us for 1. It's a Prana Condenser. All right, so that's going to get money. So with the House of Knives. Neat. This is the first time a turn or whenever? Whenever. Okay, cool. So that gives them Econ. It's a Psychic Field. We have to trash that. That's probably okay. We're getting turning wheel counters. That's okay. So now they can click for money. I guess that's how they get their big stuff. But if we don't interact with them, they're just going to be clicking for credits for a couple turns. And it's going to eat up the remote. Like, I don't understand what they do with Prana Condenser. It's another card that encourages non-interaction. We can just sit back a bit here. Like, there's no way to do net damage. I guess if we don't run, they could ship him from Tenon, but they also don't build a remote. All right, have no clicks. Well, they can't really jam in a remote, can they? Thinking. That's so far 8 influence. We have a brain damage, we're on 3 hand size, so in theory, neural. Yeah, we'll take the brain damage. Nice, stem hack. Like, that's so expensive right now. If they had fewer credits, they couldn't really jam the remote. So now we have to draw before we run, because they could do House of Knives into Snare. And once they push for an agenda, they'll have no money, and we can clear out HQ and not have to worry about Snare. Every time we run, though, they get 3 credits. Like, I literally think we do nothing. Like, that's the kind of the problem here. It's like, if we don't interact with them, where are their agendas going to go? Nowhere. Unless they can, like, shipment from Tenon out everything. We haven't even seen one shipment from Tenon. I don't think we have to do anything. That's really unfortunate. I guess we can draw once? No, not even. We shouldn't have drawn. Like, I don't think we have to interact with them. Like, running gives them money. It's a mistake. Unless we can trash that. Yeah, that's not fun. Run HQ, they're under snare? Oh, they were under snare. Oh, fuck. I didn't realize that. Yeah, of course we should run HQ. No, they would have got snare money because they would have fired House of Knives with Prana. The thing is, even if they fire snare here, it's not that bad. Like, we just don't do anything. Like, this is not fun. Like, they have to jam an agenda. How are they going to build a remote server? In theory, we should get our corroder down. Just because like the envelope could be annoying if it's double barrier, but like, I don't know. Any card that says when we interact, they gain money. Oh man. And we just want an agenda, right? Like, it's so important to get agenda. I think at some point we just wait enough until we get fed up. The only way you'll lose is by killing yourself. Just take 4, bro. Yeah, I agree. Like, I don't think they can score out too easily. Like, they have no defensive upgrades. Like, they're not on Obakata, so like, it doesn't even matter that much if we deck ourselves. There is some issue. Maybe we hit snare, and then I don't know what they could do. Neural. We don't have any net damage prevention. We do have free card draw though, which does help. Our hand size is back to the beginning of the game, only 3. We can always reclaim for Cortex Lock. What's it called? For Logic Bomb if we want to. Now that they have 13 credits, maybe it makes sense just to run HQ. Double axis. I don't know. Like, do we run this? They have Psychic Field. Do we run this? I think we have to. Ugh. Yeah, we'll try and clear HQ. We died to double snare, so I guess we already see 2 cards, so we could die to triple snare. Six to break an Nazi is good. Yeah, we could die here. I don't know. The right play is not to interact with them. We died to double snare. Prana, House of Knives. They're actually doing the damage, so it looks like we could easily die here. House of Knives on top of their deck, good to know. House of Knives, it's good. Crick, that's good. All right, our hand size is now 4. From here, we could run R&D. We can get through everything besides a barrier, so if it's an envelope, it's a bit tricky. If it's... No, we can still get through it, so we'll run R&D. I don't think it matters how many cards are in our hand. FTE run? Oh, wait, undo click, sorry, yeah, you're right. We could FTE run. I forgot we had that. That would put us on... How many agendas? 3? It would put us on 5, yeah, you're totally right. No shenanigans. Yeah, we can get through Kakugo. We'll be fine. Yeah, thanks, Rob. I forget about FTE all the time. We've consistently misplayed that card. It's make it. Yeah, we'll make it Kogate. 4. Break. It's in continuum. We'll also pay money to get the card draw off of Aiki. We can just pay 1. Prana Condenser. We have to watch out that this is going to have tokens on it. Continue to encounter. So on the counter. Because again, they can trash this to 2 net damage to us, so there could be some plays with Neural, but this takes most of their turn. So it's 2, break code gate, subroutine, net damage. Done. Let all subs fire. We can maybe pay 1. Snare? It's okay, we'll draw. Unless they're tricky here. No, we're good. And we know what this card is, so we're not worried about Snare. And our hand size is 4, so this is fine. We don't get a free value draw, but we're on game point now. This could be either winning agenda. Oh, we're even above that, right? 6 hand size. Nice. So now I think we just try and win off of R&D. Like, we can bounce off envelope. We can pay. I guess we don't want to bounce off envelope. I think we just run archives. And just see what's on R&D. There's no breach dome in there. If there's an agenda on top of R&D, we win. There's nothing they can do about it. Does it actually just make more sense to run R&D? No, because we're not risking snare. But yeah, I think if we don't fuck up, I don't know if they can win. House of Knives are gone too. They're drawing up pretty heavily. 14 in R&D. New remote ice, so they're pushing for something. We have the MU now for our corroder if we want to just like grab it out with emergent creativity. If we have corroder now, we actually deal with this and we could like jack out and get turning wheel counters, but this deck probably runs multiple snares. We'll run archives. See if they res stuff here. We can deal with this. That's a crick. Yeah, that's fine. We actually break that for really cheap. This is one of the best ways to deal with crick outside of stealth or tour guide or whatever. Or sorry, study guide. It's a good res for them though. One for 3 is totally fine. So let's see what they call. We're going to break it regardless of what they call, but event is no longer good. I want to see how good they're tracking our hand. No thanks. The type event, still pretty good. To Sysant on top of their deck. Oh, Future Perfect in here. All right, well that's fun. I think we'll just pay 0. They pay 2, good. All right, well we know that we can just do that once a turn and probably be in a good spot. I think we actually can just click caddy once a turn and do nothing. Still it's going to take them a couple agendas to score out. We can just do that once a turn. Yeah, they just ditched that. They probably have a preemptive though. It must have some recursion if they're running bioethics. But I would definitely be interested in running archives against RP. The ways we lose involve Psychic Field. Luckily, we do have a way to deal with anything else. Oh, what is that? Do we care what that is? No. Oh, it's a Sundew. Do we care what that is? Do we care about Sundew? Do we care about Sundew? I think if they have infinite money, they still can't do anything. They can defend this. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, and we gain 4 every turn. I think we just run this anyways, because there's a chance that we hit archives. Wait, but this is 3, 4, 5, 6. We get 2 off that, so we can still fully play the side game. I guess we can just dirty laundry it. I don't think cards matter that much. Oh wait, no. We can't. We can't dirty laundry it. Because then we don't have the money. Thinking, so this is 1, 2, 3, so it's 1 real credit, and then we have 5 left, and this is 3, so it actually was 2, so we can't dirty laundry it. We can do like take caddy dirty laundry it, but that's not pretty efficient, is it? We can do credit dirty laundry. That's probably good enough. And then we just caddy last click if there's anything on R&D. The fact that this is fine. What is this? A psychic field or a snare or something? Just take caddy. Better than clicking for credits? Yeah, maybe. I don't think we're doing anything else on our turn though, so maybe not. But yeah, when you're clicking for credits and you have caddy on the table, it seems a bit suspect. What are we doing? This. Oh, encounter first. No thanks. All right, find the truth. Top of the deck. Top of the deck. It's a future perfect as well. Wow. All right. So this is really important. We can just keep paying 0. They get the money back with Sundew though, so this kind of sustains their future perfect habit. They'll probably pay 1. Oh, they pay 2. Wow. Okay. So we get money, and from here we can just hit caddy, or we can go for the future perfect here. I think it's actually pretty expensive. It's probably cheaper to just go back there. They're still not pushing for a win con yet. We do have a corroder, which we can install, which will help a fair bit with the envelope. We can also just farm turning wheel tokens if we're not worried about all the snares, which again, all the snares could be a legitimate problem. But again, only 11 cards in R&D and they still have to score out. Do we check that? I feel like we might want to check that. I don't know what it could be though. Go for Sundew? Go for Sundew isn't the worst. You're right, their money's pretty bad. Like we could just run R&D, bounce, and then run server 8. Yeah, it seems fine. We don't have to break all of this. We're not gonna fully break it. And we're gonna not fully break it. We're gonna end the run. This could be an agenda. They'd have to have Jeeves for it to be like a really meaningful agenda. Because we did get the Hokusai, which is important. Oh, wow. I guess we have to Ngolo that. That's pretty mean. Hopefully not double Sadaka. So it's a code gate. That's good. It's still kind of expensive. Like top 3 of R&D. Yeah, we probably just break both of those. And with 7, can we still deal with everything? Yeah, I think so. It's just a crick. Okay. Oh, we're gonna see what's on top of the deck. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. It's a hedge fund, okay. 8 ice devoted to not scoring and more ice in the bin. Yeah, I know. And a lot of really expensive ice. Like a lot of their ice seems to be above their res point. They do have a hedge fund here and they have something here. This could easily be an agenda. Advance makes me think it has to be an agenda. What's the chance that they're running Junebug? Pretty unlikely. Looks like they're scoring a future perfect, if anything. And we know that they have a future perfect. Question is, can we get in there? And I think we almost definitely can. We could even take the net damage here and then just run this. Thinking. I'm pretty sure this is game. Even if they score it, they don't win. So it's not the end of the world. But like, what can we do? This is annoying. This is pretty expensive. We can always like just reclaim to install a logic bomb. Should be fine. We can throw out a brain chip. It's probably okay. Then we can bounce this, run here, break for 3. Yeah, I think we can get away with it. I just don't want to do something stupid and lose the game. Run HQ, dump to turning wheel. We can die to snare. I don't want to do that. Oh, you're right, we can't die to snare. We should probably do that. But the thing is that there's likely a future perfect here. We just want to make sure we access with at least 4 cards. We'll get a free draw anyways. Oh no, we need access with 5 cards because the free draw won't save us from Prana Condenser. Wait, did I hit gain credit? That's not right. Oh, fuck. I want to draw. Okay, because now we can bounce R&D and then just run this. I guess we died to Neural plus Prana. That would suck. There's no bioethics on the table. So where's do we take, in theory? Oh, it could actually be like a brain damage card. Viral weaponization on top of the deck, so it is a future perfect good game. All right. So yeah, like we saw the bioethics early, which is kind of a big deal, so that we knew how to not die. Thanks to the game. So yeah, we totally knew not to die. So we can kind of sit back there for a bit. I like these cards more as a trap. It's hard to build that sort of prison that hostile infrastructure used to allow you to do with Jinteki, where you could put these on the table and recur them and be like, well, you can't trash them because you'll take damage anyways. So that's, you know, interesting. It was a team sponsorship in server 9. Oh, neat. I guess that makes sense with the Jeeves because we didn't see enough HB stuff. Def banking on getting some recursion going with the early bioethics plays. How do you get recursion with those? Recur them back in? Oh, with TS. Cool, cool. So they're trying to like score in agendas and team sponsorship to bring back the Bioethics Association. Now I think the other versions of this Inteki deck that don't do any real net damage, but actually just outside of ice, but just actually like recur Rashida and then Jeeves and then try and score out with political dealings are probably more interesting. Or not interesting, sorry. Hey, cheers, you too. But are probably more consistent. Just because if you trash all of these, like the recursion doesn't do much. They just recur bioethics and you just trash it for 2 and there's no punishment associated. But yeah, we also probably played a bit defensive. Like we probably could have closed the game a bit earlier, and we know there's a gen on top of R&D, and they have only 10 cards left, so it's a bit scary. I think Server 7 might actually be a snare, and they probably have one more in hand, which is scary. This is an interesting card in RP, but man, all the influence. Yeah, admittedly, like we did have a lot of hand size. Like not a lot of people have this much hand size by the end of the game. So like the brain damage can be a bit scarier. But if they don't do this and they don't have Beth, like Beth actually gets around this, I guess. You can do like Beth run the remote, but it's still pretty hard to set up. That's all for now. I think we're gonna stream again on a week. Actually, that's not true. We have a GNK on Tuesday, so I'm gonna film myself playing it, and then I'm gonna upload it probably on Wednesday night, if not maybe on Friday. With commentary that I'll either record that night live or after. I'm not actually sure just yet, but it's been a while since I played a tournament, and getting that sort of like, when I'm interacting with chat, I play a bit differently. I think I fuck up a bit more, and I'm interested to see what it looks like when I don't have that excuse at least to make. So we'll see how that goes, but we have a GNK on Tuesday night. We're playing online, so that'll be exciting. Otherwise, I am unable to stream on Monday, so if that's not up by Wednesday, we'll see you on Thursday. It'll be a couple days between. Good luck. Thank you, Rob. I think the other version seems more consistent and less reliant on many moving pieces. Yeah, I agree with that. There's a lot less moving pieces in the other one. Good luck in the GNK. Thank you. I don't know what to play yet. I think I want to do some brewing maybe next couple days. Thanks. It was cool seeing you live. Thanks. Glad you could drop by, LL. Thanks to everybody in chat, everyone in the VOD. I hope everyone is keeping their morale up. Things are definitely pretty weird right now, but we're now like entering week 3. Animal Crossing's helping me. Good luck. Thank you. But hopefully you're keeping up. Keep as busy as you can be. We'll be making a lot of content to see. There's a lot of people. Code Marvelous was in here before. The top cut for their tournament on Saturday just finished, so you can check that out on the YouTube channel if you can find that on his channel. So that's either Self-Modifying Code or Code Marvelous. I think both of them get there. So do check that out if you can. We'll be back in a couple days. Take care, y'all. Ciao.